Gamers. I don't have an intro today. We're joined by somebody new. You want to say something?
Yeah, I unfortunately missed the first ep as I was already booked on Rogan.
Okay.
So you guys carried the flame well on the first couple eps. So very excited to be here with you boys.
You want to explain?
Brother, this guy stinks.
Would you care to elaborate on why you weren't here the first episode?
Yeah, I mean, I was doing an ep with Rogan. What can I say? I'm a hot commodity.
Okay, I respect it. What'd you think of the first episode?
I thought it was great. I loved the analysis. I loved the I didn't watch the movie, unfortunately, but
You basically did watch the movie if you
Yeah.
yeah, I watched it
I
watched it years ago, so I didn't have like the same kind of like intimate remembering of like all the little details, but yeah, I feel like I watched the movie by listening to you guys talk about it.
But
It's strange. I feel like I've already purged a lot of that information from my brain already. I don't think I could tell you anything about Saturday Night Fever at this point in time.
okay, yeah.
Oh, is that what the movie poster looked like, or
This is the Urban Cowboy poster Jamie has pulled up. Yeah, no.
I also before we get in to the meat and potatoes here, I do want to speak have my piece on John Travolta as a whole.
Yeah, because we talked about him as a whole in the beginning.
Yeah, our muse for these next few. Yeah,
I want to know.
So you guys kind of touched on this a bit, how like our parents experienced John Travolta as like, going through the powerhouse years of his career, and when he was like a handsome, strapping young guy.
Yeah, he was a dime piece, as a lot of YouTube comments.
He was 6'7".
Jesus.
Whatever that means.
But I just wanted to add, I feel like when I was younger and John Travolta would get mentioned, I have this like multiple times my mom would have been like, "Oh man, he was so handsome when he was younger, but now like he went through an accident or something, but really he just aged like a gallon of milk."
His face got wide, and it's hard to describe, but he's sort of he has this
very puffy.
He has this like Cheshire cat look. I don't know if we talked about this last time.
Well, we touched upon his double filtrum.
No, but I want to pull up the Cheshire cat. Jamie, pull up the Cheshire cat. So it's like,
yeah, no, that's basically what John Travolta looks like.
Like if he has I don't know, just like.
Wait, did you? I forget if you guys talked about this, but I heard recently that he got a hair transplant.
Oh,
did he actually do that? I thought he was still bald.
No, look him up. Look up like John Travolta.
Well, I saw him in the Grease promo.
Yeah,
but I don't think that was real.
Yeah, no, he has like long straight hair now.
Dear God.
Well, this is not recent.
Oh yeah, because what's her name? Olivia Newton-John's still alive.
Passed away. So this is him recently. If that's.
Oh yeah, look at those pictures down below.
Is that real chat?
Oh gosh.
Like that doesn't look like his hair. I mean, I know it is, but just like
this is more what I think of him as.
Yeah. I also I've had this in my mind for years in turn, like it's just almost like an A-B of like ensemble movies and ensemble casts, and there's Wild Hogs,
yeah,
and there's Grown Ups. and like And I always like, you can tell. I think you could take somebody. I think you could take an alien and sit them in front of grown-ups, and by the end of the movie, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's Adam Sandler and his like beta orbiters." But
Yeah, yeah, like SNL, like cronies.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like, I think if you look at Wild Hogs,
Hmm.
just because of the gravitas of
That level
Travolta,
of
and I
je ne sais quoi. That
what is
level of
that? What is that?
John
savoir-faire.
Travolta needs me.
Is it
He chose
I'll
me.
buy a Harley Davidson.
I think it's like Travolta, Chuck Norris,
No, it's Tim
the
Allen,
guy.
Martin
Oh yeah,
Lawrence,
Tim Allen, not
and that
Travolta.
weird guy, and that weird guy.
Isn't it
Who's the weird guy?
Goodfellas?
No, it's this
Ray
guy.
Liotta?
Yeah, Ray
William.
Liotta's in that movie.
Oh, William H.
Oh, he was in
Macy.
it. He was in it.
Oh, how the hell did he get in that movie? Dudley Frank?
Dudley Frank.
Yeah, really.
Man,
Maybe
yeah, Tim Allen. Tim Allen. My God.
we might have to do an episode on Wild Hogs. I don't know. It's only 1/4 John Travolta, but it was such an influential film. I don't.
I think on us in particular.
I mean, we were the Wild Hogs for a while. You know, we still
Yeah.
kind of are.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think you could shock a boomer into submission by saying like, "Oh yeah, John Travolta from Wild Hogs."
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah, like I guess yeah. But what are your like thoughts on him? Like what do you what is the essence of his soul to you? You know, like because I
I
just
mean,
find him
I
so
think
interesting. I
I
don't
think
know.
he's yeah, I think he's really fascinating. Um I think that he has the like kind of like Hollywood essence to
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
in a way that like not a lot of people, not a lot of actors have now.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
and I think I didn't know this until you guys talked about it on the first show. But I didn't know that he was a Broadway guy,
Yeah,
uh, which makes
yeah.
so much sense because of all the dancing
He's
and
a young
everything and
Jersey
all the
guy like us.
choreography.
Yeah, yeah.
hmm
He can sing too.
Yeah, yeah.
He sings in
Um,
Greece. Yeah, yeah.
but I think that in itself is interesting. How I know we're here to talk about John Travolta, not Broadway, but I think um, now you hear of a lot of like big name actors and actresses who like they like cut their teeth and they like you know they go big and then they go to Broadway and they like refine their craft and they like
Yeah.
make go back and like you're like, oh, I can do slop but I can also do art too.
Yeah, yeah.
And now, or in John Travolta's case, like he was on Broadway, like he
Mhm.
already was there, and then he got pulled into, you know, good
Welcome
old.
back,
In,
Cotter.
in the slop? Is that what you're saying? Are you trying to say he went the reverse Broadway slop pipeline?
I mean, welcome back, Cotter. I ended up pulling up a few minutes of it just to watch because I had never heard of it,
Yeah.
and good lord, man, that
You weren't a fan?
no,
You mean you didn't want to go into the office and like chat about it with all your coworkers and be like, oh, that Horshack, he sure is funny. He sure gets into some hijinks, I'll tell you.
I don't know. I kind of liked watching it, but we can.
I agree. I agree with you that it's cozy, but like I don't know. There's a world of coziness. You don't need to watch that.
I mean, I think you're right. It's just I don't know. It just reminded me of something that would be like on the TV when I
Yeah,
was little,
no,
like Full
I
House
agree.
or something, and it kind of like it's like a shot of like heroin or something. It's I don't know. It just brings you back.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I'm
Well,
interested to hear your thoughts on the film as a whole. Um,
Urban Cowboy.
yeah, Urban Cowboy.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
We
So here's
diving right
well,
in.
yeah,
well,
I
I think this is
want to
enough
just hear
preamble.
I want
I
to
think
just
this is
hear
enough.
like pro or con. Did you like it? Did you not like it?
Did I
I
like
want
it? Did
to.
I not like it? One second, I dropped my tennis ball. You filibuster. Give your take, Dante. I gotta find my tennis ball.
Well, no, you asked the question, big boy Tay, so let's hear the answer.
So I was texting Nick about it, and I watched it, and I had no idea whether I liked it or didn't like it. And I went through the entire week kind of just in this like hangover of like, wow, this movie. Well, I was thinking about it a lot, but um, I think that like just like Welcome Back, Cotter, or whatever that is, that what Welcome Back, Cotter?
Yeah, welcome back, Cotter.
Mhm.
The atmosphere of it is divine. It's great.
Yes. Yes.
All the scenes in the bar.
Complete immersion in the bar, much like the 2001 Odyssey. There's no windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that part of it was great, but I have a lot of things to say about just like the arc of the story and everything, but I think on the whole I did not like it.
We can get into that. We can get into that.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying. I mean, the movie itself, it's kind of like a portrait, and it really doesn't, I feel like it doesn't say anything. Like there's
Yeah.
no underlying message, there's no
Well,
that.
and you know,
Yeah.
I'll let Nick comment. I'll let Nick comment, and then I'll make my
Wait, one
stand.
second, Dante. Just say one thing again. I just want to check your audio. Sorry.
Me?
Yeah.
Who,
Say something.
me?
Yeah, you.
I'm saying stuff and
Okay, you're
I'm
good. I'm just gonna turn you down on my main computer. Sorry.
all right.
Yeah, Dante, you give your takes because mine's gonna be the longest.
Oh,
Most esoteric.
ooh. I mean, I will say I was entertained by the movie. I won't deny it, but I was entertained in the way that like someone might be entertained by the Maury Povich show or Jerry Springer because I mean, the movie is shot out of a cannon at the very beginning. I mean, the one thing that I found incredibly uh, I guess annoying or just irritating was the amount of times like a scene was just like rushing to end itself. Um, there were so many scenes where it was like, oh, here's like a 3 second clip of of Bud working at the oil refinery, and like in a split second, they're right back at Gillies, just drinking it up and throwing punches at each other. Um, but I mean, I will say I was very disappointed by the ending. I
Okay, we
won't
can talk about
elaborate
the
on
end
the
later.
ending
We can
just
talk
yet
about
because
Give it to me.
we'll talk about it later.
Later
Oh
drop.
wait, Nick, if you're gonna get into the esoterica, I want to jump in before you.
Yeah.
I-
I'm not gonna go full on esoterica, but I will give them a high
Okay.
level overview.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot
Okay.
of esoterics we're gonna get into. Just
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Well,
chock
okay.
full of them.
My main take on this film is this is quintessential boomer. Like this is a boomer story. This is a
it
boomer
is. You're right.
story.
You're right. No, you're absolutely
This
right.
is this is like a really like the essence of like boomers in so many ways.
This
story.
is like the hero's journey of the boomer in some ways. It is like an archetypal boomer journey. Yes, you're right.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And that I think is what you know, by the time I got to the end of this film and, you know, the week after where I was just like trying to figure out what I even thought about it.
Mhm.
And Dante, I think your point there about how it's a portrait that says nothing. I think that is like one of the most boomer things that's one of the most boomer things about it.
Yeah.
I think that the story beats are boomer, the characters are very boomer core. Saying nothing and like doing nothing, that's very boomer.
Maybe get that shit off.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Come on,
so
Jamie,
yeah,
what
I
are we
mean that
paying you for?
And then Jamie's looking up like timeshares now.
Ah,
Jamie's
you looking
65
to
years
buy a
old.
timeshare in Pasadena, Texas?
They're pretty good deals.
We buy and sell timeshares.
Yeah,
Wow.
just continue. Yeah.
No, I think the whole like love story being rushed, it like everything's rushed, but the love story's rushed like in a big way. Just getting them to the
Marriage
point. And
is
I know
very rough. Yeah.
it's a movie. They can't make it 10 hours long and have all these like nice tender scenes of them getting to know each other, but I mean, you know, right into them getting married and then like they're um Sissy's like
Yeah.
fawning over whoever is the best at bull riding is just that is so boomer core. Like, oh God, don't look up Sissy.
Sissy.
Nice.
Oh, Sissy.
Would you prefer if I looked up Pam?
I'm interested to hear your thoughts on Pam.
We'll get into that later.
Oof.
Okay. Because
Um,
I have a fun question to ask when we get into.
Pep and I last time, I don't know if you noticed, we kind of just like going chronologically. I feel like that's the best
Oh,
way to
okay,
move through
okay.
it ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, no,
I
no,
have my
that
note.
works.
I have 14 pages of notes. We'll go through 'em.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah. Is there anything else where I can get into my takes?
No, I think that covers my like introductory like comments on it.
Nice.
You can go ahead.
Um, yeah, I haven't really thought about how I would explain this, but I think I texted you. I think this is one of the more interesting films I've seen,
Yes.
and I think the as for the question of if I liked it or not, it's like I feel like my main metric I judge things on these days is how interesting it was. How much did it make me think about when reading some of the old Greek myths. Some of them can be a bit of a slog to get through, but
Mhm.
they do leave an impression. So it's I feel like it's less about what I liked and more about what was it saying. And I think this movie says a lot. And I think that the critiques you have with it are actually part of the artistic vision.
Mm.
I do agree. I think the ending is kind of bad, though. I do have issues with the ending, but I think I think it depending on how esoteric we want to get into now, I think it represents the horrors of like the death of God and the technological society and the complete nihilism of that and the boomer um like the genesis of the boomer.
I I
But
definitely I like that reading of it, reviewing, I guess. And I think there's a lot to take away in that regard. But keep going.
well,
Keep running with it.
I think do we want to start going scene by scene or do you want me to overlay some of the themes to talk about?
Yeah, well, I'm
Really
curious to
quick.
hear what your take on the themes are, Nick Boy.
My themes are as follows. Um, the bull is the main symbol. It's a powerful symbol. There's a few things it invokes.
Jamie, let's pull up a picture of a mechanical bull, can we?
Okay, Jamie.
No, 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 no. Don't pull up a picture of a mechanical bull. Pull up a picture like you're gonna find one from like Nashville. Look up the one from the movie because I think that that's important. It bears no resemblance to a bull.
It bears
Oh, true.
I'm
That's a good
having
point.
trouble finding it. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I think it let's go through it one by one. I think one is like the it's the complete takeover of technology, like replacement of technology with the real.
Mm-hmm.
The bull is like he was out in the country with real animals, presumably being a real cowboy, but he comes here and he's in modern civilization now where everything is a simulacrum of something real. So you get this like this very like disturbing simulation of a bull that looks nothing like a bull. Um, even even the bulls that are shown are not really authentic. They're ridden by prisoners and they have their horns cut off. So there's like no authentic natural being in the city. It's all artificial. And I think that's one thing the mechanical bull represents.
I
And yeah,
I think I do agree. I think that shortly after I watched it, before I like really thought about a bigger picture more, I thought, similar to what you're kind of thinking is like the kind of like death of God and replacement of the natural world. Like I was kind of viewing it as more of like this all kicks off by his like going into the city, into like the urban
yeah.
world.
Well, that's the title,
Um
Urban Cowboy.
yeah, but like
Mm.
I was kind of viewing it from that angle more of like this is about like urbanization and like not the replacement but just like the death of the natural world.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess I think we're on the same page, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's about being in a city where like everything's meaningless and there's nothing natural. And Ted Kaczynski talks about this. He says that in the natural world there's like a power process where man achieves his goals by, for example, hunting or something, but there's nothing like that here. So all of Travolta's his frustration at his complete lack of being able to accomplish anything, it all gets focused into this simulation of nature. The whole bar is a simulation. Like there's the punching bag. It's like a it's like a
Yeah.
simulation for fighting. The bull is fake. There's a Dolly Parton contest where you're simulating Dolly Parton. It just it feels like it feels like everything is artificial and meaningless in this bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of those tones
Hmm.
or that sentiment. But what what I didn't really pick up on was I don't really think do we ever see like Bud ever really acknowledge that transition in more than just like his overall attitude? Because one of the interesting things is how at the very beginning of the movie he's pretty mild mannered, he's a bit timid, he's shy, he's quiet.
Hmm.
Um, and then once he gets into Gillies for the first time, he's like what what I interpreted it as was like a freshman year college student who had never seen anything outside of his hometown
Hmm.
going to a college frat party for the first time and
Yeah.
just being in absolute awe of his surroundings. But in reality, I mean, his surroundings are a dingy frat house. Like that's what it
No
is, but
windows.
he's amazed
No
by it.
windows.
But like, I think we don't really see him, acknowledge uh, the transition from rural living to the urban living
Hmm.
outside of his just purely animalistic instincts.
Hmm.
And I think to kind of piggyback on that, I did think it was interesting how I mean you can kind of draw these assumptions based on like where it shows him coming from in the first scene. He's coming from like this ranch house. His family's probably ranchers or farmers or something. And um there's multiple times like when he's especially with Pam where Pam calls him the cowboy. Um, but like she's only ever seen him ride this like fake mechanical bull. So there's kind of like this
Hmm.
there's
Yeah.
kind of like, you can maybe like and make that inference that like she somehow knows based on the fact that he's from the country, but really my initial reading of it was like he, he's not a fucking cowboy. He's riding a mechanical bull in a bar. I also I think I think there's this definitely impacted my viewing of it, and I don't know about you guys, but I feel like in the year 2025,
Yeah.
riding a mechanical bull, I kind of associate it with being in Nashville, being on a
Yeah.
bachelorette trip. There's
Yeah.
like it's mostly
Yeah.
like a lot of women around like because of the bachelorette trips, whatever. Like
Yeah.
I don't view it in the lens that this film presents it as like this masculine thing, like
Mhm.
Hmm.
um which I think that like maybe if we were watching it when it came out, we might feel differently. But in my head, I'm like, they're like they're fighting over like the king of the hill of like this like really dumb thing.
Yeah, it feels like it's degenerated even further
Yeah.
into from a simulation. Oh my God, it was a Baudrillard. I don't know if you've seen the memes about like the fourth order simulacrum,
Yeah.
where it's like the goal. Let me, Jamie, pull up this
Yeah,
meme.
Jamie, pull something up.
This is if we can find this. It's like yeah, this meme's not showing up. It's like I don't know. It's. Let me try one more Google search. It's like there's this idea that yeah, these are like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards, whatever. There's this idea that things are like you start with like a copy of the real thing, and then sort of like when you're depicting something in art, like a movie is like a simulation of a real thing, and then like people will make a simulation of that, and then a simulation
Hmm.
of that, and you're like it's there's a meme where it starts out with like a fish, and then it's like a drawing of a fish, and that's like first order simulacrum, and then or it's like there's a fish, and then first order simulacrum is like a picture of a fish, and then second order is like a drawing of a fish, and eventually it's like a goldfish, and it's that's like fourth order.
Hmm.
Um, that's sort of what the bull is. It's just degraded into a complete like mockery of being an actual cowboy. It's just so far removed in the year 2025.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to talk about that the transition of him from country to city because there's one thing I noted and I don't know quite what to make of it, but I'm interested in your thoughts. So in the beginning of the movie, I don't know if Jamie can pull up the intro of Urban Cowboy. Probably not because this has like no views. Oh, the black Ford F-150.
Ooh.
Jamie has it.
This car is automatic.
It's greased lightning. So I find this very interesting because in these first scenes, it like it starts out with this it's not in this scene, but I think it starts with this scene where it's like them on at a dinner table, but it's shot like way down the hall and like not zoomed in at all. You can't see the family up close. And then when he leaves, it's also like it's not in you'd think there would be like close-up shots because this is such an intimate moment of him leaving, but
Hmm.
it's shot way back out. So you're like you feel like just disconnected from it. Like and then even I think when the parents call, I don't think it actually shows the parents on the phone. I think it's just the aunt and uncle talking about the parents. So it's like it feels
Yeah.
like it the way it frames it is like he's already like maybe removed from the country or like we're supposed to feel removed from it.
Yeah.
Like we never get like a real intimate like scene around the table or like him out on the ranch. Like it feels like it's already gone. Like what do you think about this?
if they were, I wouldn't even know what they looked like because they don't really get shown.
Mhm.
I don't even think his parents are in that. Yeah, no, it is. It's very reminiscent of the way like a scary movie is shot, which I thought was like
I actually
that
agree.
that
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that primed me for a very different viewing experience. Because I was like, oh, is this some kind of like horror movie that I'm not aware of? But
I can't find it, but that's the one scene of them zoomed out at the dinner table. It's almost like something's watching them. It's very
it's
strange.
very creepy. It's very
Yeah,
creepy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's just driving along. The credits are rolling. What city is this, by the way? I find
It's
every shot of
Houston,
this city. What?
Yeah,
Houston,
Houston.
It
and
looks so horrible.
I think that that's interesting, an interesting choice. I mean, not that they know what Texas is like in the year 2025 when they shot this film, but I feel like Houston is generally considered to be like the shittiest city of the like big cities in
I mean, it's
Texas.
the ultimate like sprawling like
Yeah.
urban
Like
nightmare city.
I think I've seen this shit tells you what the kind of things I look at on the internet, but like
Yeah,
urban planning memes about the city of Houston and how it's
yeah.
like 60% surface parking lots.
It's
So it's just
really
like a
big
big
too. It's like
concrete
insanely
pad.
big. It's just like a cancer. Like if you
Oh,
looked at it from yeah.
I thought that this part that like this part of the intro is really interesting. The fact that like they're like living in this new development.
Mm-hmm. It's the last house on the block down the street.
Oh wow, it
Yeah,
is.
and it's similar to what we were like that thread you were kind of pulling on, Nick, about like the
Mm.
destruction of the natural world or the replacement of the natural world.
Yeah.
Like, it's very clear that this is like newly made, like they're on this like probably was like pastures or something. Like
Hmm.
I just
Hmm.
thought that that was an interesting uh
Yeah.
interesting call out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just I think this film is just it's about the just yeah the kind of death of nature, the having to I mean he's going to the city for money, he's like going for a job, and it's just about I guess it's like how everyone used to be like a farmer and now no
Yeah.
one is. It
Hmm.
seems like it's you're no longer living out on the fields tending to cattle, being in touch with nature. You're working in a city and getting drunk at Gillies every night, and the you just try and find meaning where you can. I feel like it's a very like depressing movie.
It is
Oh,
very depressing. I
indubitably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we please was anyone as jarred as I was at seeing Travolta with a beard?
Oh yeah.
It was a little jarring, but since he has one now, I wasn't as jarring. But
Yeah, I think considering that it was like all one color, like it's
Mhm.
all the same color. It's
Cool.
not like this
Cool.
like salt and
Salt and
pepper
pepper
bullshit he
type
has
situation.
on his double filtrum now.
Double filter.
But I was oh yeah, I was I was
Yeah,
pretty shocked.
he looks so different. I honestly was kind of shocked to see him look like that.
Yeah.
Especially with it so high up on his face. He looks like
Wait, Jamie, I'm also curious how far. So in the movie, it says that Bud is coming from Spur, Texas. So
Uh-huh.
I'm curious how far Spur is from Houston,
Is
the
Spur a
big
real place?
city.
That sounds like a.
so what I figured Spur was not a
Oh
real
my goodness,
place. And it
13
was just
miles.
like a just kind of like a call out to the cowboy
Oh,
thing.
Oh wow!
that's
Whoa.
413 miles, dude.
Holy shit!
He drove. That's really some grease lightning, if it.
Damn! And he didn't eat breakfast that morning, and all his mom gave him was some chicken for the road. That's
Okay,
quite the
wait.
drive.
I don't want to jump around, but speaking of that, not eating I couldn't really like ascribe any meaning to that, but there are and I just noticed it because it happened like three times throughout the film. right before like a kind of critical moment for Bud, he denies eating.
Huh.
Yeah.
I
What's
don't
an
know what to
example?
make.
I'm trying to recall.
So there's
Yeah,
the
there's the
first
first.
scene where he doesn't want breakfast with his parents.
Hmm.
There's the scene right before I think it's right before the kind of final competition where Pam makes him something and he's like, "Oh, I don't want to eat.
Oh,
I just want to like go to sleep or whatever."
Mhm.
And then there's another instance where he's working. I think it's right might be right
there's a
before his
fourth too. There's a fourth when he as soon as when he gets to his uncle and aunt's house and they're eating dinner, the aunt offers him pie and he refuses it. He's like, I'm
Jesus,
full.
bye.
I'm full. I can't eat this. And then to top that off, Taylor, because that is a very interesting point, when they're at that diner and Bud is pissed drunk and he makes that comment to the chef where he's like, I want an extra slab of onion on my burger. When the waitress brings it over, I mean, he's like all pissed off because of other reasons, and he ends up just chucking that burger back at the kitchen.
There's the burger. That's a,
Yeah,
I
I don't
wrote
know.
that down. That was a crazy scene.
I don't, I don't know what to make of that
That
I
being
is
a
think
very
consistent
interesting, though.
thing.
one other detail. Okay, so I guess my take. Well, the not eating. I feel like that's likely indicative of being stressed or anxious.
The stress of the modern world.
Like you ever have a big exam, I don't know, exam coming up or something for work, like you don't usually don't really want to eat before that. You
Mm-hmm.
usually don't, you just feel anxious and just don't want to. I guess fasting can have some benefits. If your body's not processing food, it can
Yeah.
devote to other things. And I feel like he's just not. I feel like it requires a certain relaxation and contentness with like life to chow down on food.
No, I agree. I think it also, and I
Just
could be
all about
making,
putting fuel in your system,
Eat your
well, yeah, I
garbage.
think,
right, Nick?
Yeah, eat your
I think
garbage.
that, I might be making something out of nothing here, but it could be just like a mirror of like, if you were an actual cowboy, you're doing actual work, like you would actually need to eat to fuel your body.
Oh yeah,
Whereas
that's
like
true too. Yeah,
Mm.
the
hey,
urban world,
he
the
has
urban
nothing. Yeah, he has
jobs,
nothing to do.
nothing's, yeah, you're not actually working, like you're working like a fake job, like we all work.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Say
whoa,
it.
whoa,
Oh,
Say it, Taylor.
whoa,
Say it.
oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We have a job that's applicable for that. I don't- Yeah, that's yeah. You work a fake job like Stephanie from Saturday Night Fever.
You
I
think they
think.
know? You think they're a bunch of fucking morons?
I want to. We can maybe get into it later when we get into the bull riding scenes,
Wait,
but
one more thing that
yeah.
just crossed my mind. I mean, we've already come to the conclusion that this movie's pretty boomer coded.
Mhm.
But all the boomers I know in my life are obsessed with food. They're just
well, wait, that's
Oh, speaking
probably
of,
that's
you see
that's
that
probably that probably has more of an effect on the boomer watching it than it does
yeah,
us.
they're like, come on,
Like,
eat that pie, Travolta.
eat
oh,
that
bro,
caro
you
nut
can't skip
pie.
breakfast.
Oh, speaking of which, did you guys see that scrumptious lip licking, finger licking good picture Travis sent last night?
Oh baby,
Oh
yes.
man, oh man, it had me
Yeah,
looking
that
like
baby
the
cow sure
Wile.
looked
I
tasty.
was looking like Wile E. Coyote at that haunch. Oh man, that was lip licking, finger licking,
Barking like the mailman was going by.
belly rubbing. Yeah. All right, yeah, yeah. The other thing I want to talk about that we can get into later, and the real esoterics I want to dive into in maybe the second half. I think the bull represents. I have a note, which is I think my central thesis on the movie, and it's just Gillies is their church, and the bull is their priest.
Mm.
The
Yeah,
the
very
bull
astute.
the bull I think has a lot of I sent Taylor a dump of mythological references to the bull.
Yeah.
It has a lot of symbolism that we can maybe discuss
Which
more
I
later.
think I think I have a greater appreciation for the like profanity of it all
It's very
with the fact
profane.
yeah, with the fact that it is to the point that we've been kind of, beaten on now, like that everything is kind of fake and
Mhm.
everything is this like simulacrum
It's a
of
it's a simulacrum of a
a
god.
false yeah,
It's a
it's a
false.
false yeah.
Oh God.
We there's a number. Do you want me to go through the every invocation of the bull and myth now or later? I kind of want to do it now.
Yeah, let's jump in.
So
Yeah.
the bull historically and mythologically represents a lot of things. It represents power, fertility, are the two main ones, and also something sort of blasphemous. So I think the first thing that came to mind when I watched this movie. So I sent this to Taylor. So one such case was the myth of Europa. So she was like a Greek princess or something, and she became infatuated with this white bull, and this bull was Zeus in disguise, and she rode it around. Eventually, it takes her out into the water and then onto an island where it transforms into Zeus, and they end up consummating the relationship and having children. So I think in this case, it represents this like this one's interesting because it's with a woman, but it's like this seductive power. And then I want to go into another one, and then we can maybe discuss these after I knowledge dump all of these.
Yeah,
There
no,
was
keep
oh what
going.
there was
Keep
a
going.
yeah. So there was Io is the next one, and I think we should read the Metamorphoses because it goes over all these. This is Io. She was um she was an Argive princess. Jamie has it up. Zeus fell in love with her. To hide their affair from Hera, Zeus transformed Io into a white heifer. However, Hera, suspicious of Zeus, requested the heifer as a gift and appointed some guy, a giant, to guard her. Then eventually she got rescued and she got restored to her original form. That's another. I guess that's a heifer, not a bull, but that's another one. And there's this one, which I think is very interesting. So there's this princess Pasiphae, and then yeah, let me read this.
I think this
Yeah,
is
her hu-
it's Cretan. Yeah, yeah.
so there was a yeah Pasiphae was a queen of Crete, the daughter of Helios and ocean nymph. She is notable as the mother of the Minotaur. Her
Wow.
husband Minos
That's
failed. Yeah.
no, I thought I got my stories mixed up. I thought that that was the first one that you mentioned, but I
A
do
different
think that
one.
that aspect of this
This one's more
has
disgusting.
this one. Well, yeah, no, I think that it has some interesting. My mic just fell. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
I think that this one has some, lends to some interesting analysis with the film. The fact that the Minotaur was born from this relationship.
Mhm. Yeah, it's very interesting. So, what happened was her husband Minos failed to sacrifice the Cretan bull to Poseidon as promised. Poseidon then cursed Pasiphae to fall in love with the bull.
Jesus.
Athenian inventor Daedalus, I think from Isaac, the story is he who built the wings? I don't know. Built a hollow cow for her to hide in so she could mate with the bull, which resulted in conceiving the Minotaur.
Oh God!
Wow.
That that's yeah that's So that's what I thought from the Greeks. And then getting into the Judeo tradition, we have what is it called? It's called the golden calf. This is
Mm.
I think this I think is one of the most potent symbols. I mean, this is literally just like I don't know if you can see what Jamie has up, but this
Mhm.
is just Gillies but with different outfits. I don't know if you can see the image.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, I think it they would worship this golden calf instead of God, and I don't think yeah, it's a cult made up by the Israelites when Moses went up to Mount Sinai. And I think the story goes Moses went up to get the tablets, and while he was doing that, there was like this one group that worshipped a golden calf instead of God. And then yeah, when he came down, he was not too happy about this. And then so that's one thing. The much darker one is a Moloch sacrifice, which is I watched a video from a guy whose channel is just called Esoterica on this. This was one of the more disturbing practices. So in this practice, you would have like a statue of bull figure representing well that's quite esoteric, but representing some demon basically or god, and you would pass a child into the fire, and
Mm.
you pass them to Moloch, and yeah, kind of disturbing. Definitely like bull imagery.
Yeah, that's
And
similar to the brazen bull in
the brazen
ancient
bull,
Rome.
it's similar. And I think one little thing we can maybe talk about more is like there's language around like in the Bible you shouldn't like give your seed to Moloch. And we interestingly see that like they don't sacrifice a baby to the bull in this movie, but we do see it like affecting their fertility. Like John
Yeah,
Travolta,
yeah.
after the first
When
time
he
he bought,
first
yeah,
yeah, when he first gets on the bull, he's like laid up for a couple nights
yeah,
because his
As
loins are
Quijones.
sore.
his cojones hurt. And remember also this, his uncle, he lost.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true. His
you
Oh
uncle's
think
got a
that's an
yeah.
plastic
accident?
ball.
There's no accidents in movies. He gave his seed to Moloch.
Dear
Um,
God.
they give their fertility. The bull is represents really nothing good. It is it's like fertility, it's power, and then I think the other thing I was trying to find some reading about this, but there's a lot of symbolism I think between Dionysus and the bull, and I think or Dionysus is also referred to as Bacchus, which I think means like madness. And I think the bull it's sort of it is like a Dionysian cult of just pure like drunken pleasure and
Yeah.
pure hedonism and drunkenness. So Gillies is like sort of a temple to all of these things, and the bull is like this central false god that they are all these boomers are obsessed with. Um, that's yeah that's these were all my thoughts.
Well,
What do you
even today, in capitalist society, the
I was gonna bring this
symbol,
up. Yeah.
yeah, like it. But that's so true. Like it's honestly quite shocking
I saw
to
some
see the
priest.
symbolism.
There was some pastor talking about this. I mean, yeah, it's Jamie has
Wow.
it pulled up.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I did not make that connection at
I
all.
didn't either
The
till
for
today.
our
Yeah,
audio only listeners, Jamie has pulled up the Wall Street Bull.
yeah, we literally worship a bull today.
And what do people do? What do people do when they visit this bull? They touch its balls
Yeah,
for good luck.
It's
Again, back to
mind
the seed.
mind blown.
Wow.
Spill your seed for Moloch.
My God.
So that's why I was interested in this movie because they're worshiping a like 20th century instance
Like
of
demon.
this like age-old archetype of like power and fertility and madness.
Yeah, I think that I think that like one of the when you're watching the movie, like I think it at least struck me like they're going to Gillies like every night.
Every night.
Uh, it's not
You
like
going to,
oh
you
we
going to
gotta.
Gillies? Oh yeah.
It's like you can't. It's not just like oh yeah I'm going to Gillies. It's Friday night. It's like every night after work they're going to Gillies to blow some steam off or something, and it really is like it's like they can't get enough of it.
It's their
It's like
church. They're a cult. It's a
it's not
cult
even
of the bull.
yeah yeah
And what's more, the Gillies is like it's all pervading. They have shirts that have Gillies on it. I think the beer actually says Gillies on it too.
Wow.
It's
Jamie, can you see if Gillies is an actual real place? Because I
Yeah,
got the
it
sense from the
is.
movie
It is
that it is.
actually in Pasadena, Texas.
maybe we need to go sprinkle holy water on Gillies. It's,
And I
can't.
don't remember if anyone brought this up, but that point you're making about church, I mean, when he comes home the next day after his first night
Mhm.
at Gillies and his parents call to check in on
Yes,
him,
yes, yes.
his aunt covers for him saying, you know, he's not here because he's still at church right now.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking of. It's
Yeah.
you don't see the
And
church
you
at
know
all.
to that point too, it's the first place that they take him to when he gets into town. It's like
Yeah.
he shows up, they eat dinner, and it's like, all right, we gotta go to Gillies. We gotta get you in the system. Like
It's like a cult in like initiation. It's it's crazy.
also, did you that guy that like hooks him up with the two girls was the interpretation of that he was like a pimp or is like
Mm.
Ooh.
I couldn't quite
I
wrap
That's
my
interesting. Um,
because he's with those girls and other points in the movie and it's kind of like he's
Yeah.
their handler in a way. I don't really know.
Yeah, no, and he even does
That
when he sees Bud the next day, he's like, Bud, let me know if I can do anything for you. You know?
is it just
I,
a
I'm
no?
pretty sure that guy's
like
name is also Steve Strange in the movie. His character's name is Steve Strange.
It's an interesting
mm,
name.
So
yeah
he's a Marvel
that kind of
character.
adds to this like this the Gillies as like this despicable place for all these horrible activities for you to do.
I mean, the guy's just is probably just like a Bacchic priest that wants like drunken sex and madness.
Yeah, I
You
mean
know.
it's pretty reminiscent of a certain layer in hell.
Oh, which layer you think the
I mean,
first
it could
one?
be
Lust,
it's probably lust, I would say.
lust, or what? What did the layer? What was the layers go? It was like Jamie, pull up the 9 layers of hell.
Yeah, I mean, lust is described as it's just a
Gluttony,
storming
greed.
abyss.
You're like
And
constantly blown around, aren't you?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of
And I
fitting.
mean, yeah, when you're on the bull, it's kind of like you're stuck in a tornado. You're in
Yeah,
one of those old stinkers.
the bull is the symbol of lust.
Oh,
Um,
true.
this is really a hellish movie. I do think Gillies is an evil place, and it actually made me want to like go to real church. It was really uncomfortable.
It honestly at certain points it reminded me very much of like well, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but it felt like a Black Lodge-esque place.
Mhm.
Oh,
We
yeah.
thought that about the 2001 Odyssey too, a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This
It's
is quite the vein between.
oh yeah, this looks like Gillies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, this looks like it's about right. This looks like it's a little nicer than Gillies. You actually see the sky.
yeah, yeah.
Let's say windows. They got windows in hell. I mean, imagine you're in Gillies for all eternity. I don't know if I could think of a worse. Just trying to dominate this bull. Pretty bad.
Phaethon was the son of the sun, or so his mother told him. But as he grew, the whispers came. You're no god's child, only a boast. So the boy went east, to the halls of dawn, to find his father and demand the truth. And there, blazing on his golden throne, sat Phoebus, the sun himself. When Phaethon entered, the god's light gentled. He rose and embraced him. You are mine, said the sun, and to prove it, ask any gift you wish. The boy's heart burned with pride. Then let me drive your chariot across the heavens, just once, that the world may see whose son I am. The god froze. Even Jupiter himself could not control those horses, he said. They burn hotter than flame. They climb higher than thought. But Phaethon would not yield. He had something to prove. So at dawn, the horses were yoked, the reins handed over. The sun covered his eyes, and Phaethon leapt into the light. At first, triumph. He soared above the world, the earth shining beneath him like a mirror. But soon, the power pulled at his hands. The horses smelled mortal fear. They veered too high, and the sky froze. Too low, and the earth caught fire. Rivers dried, forests burned. Deserts were born in the shadow of his fall. The gods looked down, and Zeus, in mercy and wrath, hurled his thunderbolt. The chariot shattered, the boy tumbled like a star falling to sea. And from the shore, his sisters wept. Their tears turned to amber, their bodies to poplar trees, forever bending toward the water where he fell. Ovid says the sun hid his face that day, and the world lay dim, as if pride itself had scorched the very sky.
All right, we don't have any products to show for you this time, but just please subscribe to our Patreon. All right.
Yeah, thanks to our Patreon subscribers.
All right, so this was a bit interesting so far. We got into all the high themes, but look, I think we gotta get into the nitty gritty.
So
I wanna go-
Wait. Can I pose a question?
I'm not done beating the dead bull.
Whoa! You're not beating. Keep beating the dead bull.
No, I
Wait,
think that there's more juice to squeeze out of that.
There's
What do
more
you wanna talk
marrow
about?
in that bone, Taylor.
I was thinking we could
Because-
talk more about the bull later, but do you have something that's like you want to talk about now?
You know what? No, we can get to it when we get into the scenes.
Do you want to?
I really just want to talk about Wes. That's what I want to talk about.
I want to talk about. I'm gonna give you some knowledge, and then you can let it simmer, and then we can maybe think about it later. Because I want to talk about later on who threw down a lightning bolt that killed his uncle. So Moloch is likely not a real demon. I learned. I don't know if we have like a womp womp drop or like a sad trombone. But I watched this video. I don't know if this is really related, but I watched this video, and the word Moloch actually means like that some theorists the one theory is like Moloch is the demon. The other theory is that Moloch is to sacrifice, and is just the word to sacrifice. So you could, and the term in Hebrew is like lamolech. So you lamolech a child into the fire for a god, and they actually outlawed doing this, I think, to the ancient Israelites. So I was seeing one guy speculate that these Moloch sacrifices were actually some people think to Baal or another Canaanite god, but some people think they're actually to Yahweh himself. Anyway, let's continue. Just think about that. What do we
Yeah,
want to
I'll
talk
let that
about?
simmer.
You want to talk
Um,
more? Do you have
I
anything more
I
on the
do.
board? Can we go into scenes?
No, we can go into scenes. We can go into scenes.
Okay, okay.
And we can pull on those threads as we go.
Yeah, yeah. So we've already talked about the intro. He moves out, he gets in his grease lightning. He goes to Gillies for the first time, right? He eats at the dinner table with his aunt and uncle. Who are the kids in this scene?
I gotta believe they're his cousins.
Do they have did they have kids?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Okay, okay, okay.
And his uncle lost
I
his
weirdly
one,
thought they
but
didn't
not
have
the other.
kids. Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot to we live like pigs. Yeah. Um yeah, so I don't know. I'm just reading through my notes. Stop me if you guys had notes. I'm gonna kind of chronologically.
One
They
thing I thought was interesting about that scene at the dinner table is the one little cousin kid, whatever you want to call him, he's dressed up like a cowboy. But again, it's like he's a fake cowboy, he's
all
like
fake
wearing a
cowboys.
costume.
They all wear hats, right?
Yeah, but he's also got that fake pistol,
Yeah, he's a fake gun. I have a note on that.
and he shoots Bud, and I guess I thought a little too much into it because I instinctively thought of like Chekhov's gun, but
I
in
thought of
like
check.
a
Yeah,
but like it was also a fake pistol.
yeah,
So I was like, there's got to be a reason why they have a scene of the little cousin shooting Bud with the fake gun. What
yeah,
is that? How does that bode for the rest of the movie? And obviously we get to it further down the line, but that really stuck out to me
yeah.
in that dinner
I
scene.
I agree. I think it's
On a
I was
similar
expecting like
note, though, on a similar note of the Chekhov gun, I thought, and I'm jumping around, so forgive me, but I
on your head.
he brings out the gun at the dinner table, and I agree that's a good connection to
Are you
make.
thinking
But
of the knife?
yes, I'm thinking of the knife.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's what the
What?
knife never gets used, which that is the Chekhov's gun, like not getting fired. It annoyed me so
Yep.
much.
Yeah, that was bizarre. I thought for
Why'd they show
sure.
that?
Yeah, I was really like, that was a real head scratcher for me.
I thought
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gonna be like I thought what would be like the ultimate, I guess, like Kino, like bull symbolism, if as if like he kosher slaughtered Travolta with the knife. Not even joking. Like, I don't know if you've seen the movie Drive, but they kosher slaughter Bryan Cranston in that movie.
Oh yeah.
I thought they were gonna. I thought that was like. I thought that
Yeah,
that
I
was how
thought
the
this
movie was
movie
gonna
was
end.
gonna be I mean, it's a very depressing film, but I thought it was gonna go to like a much darker place. I
Same.
really,
I thought they
I
were gonna like
really,
slaughter him, thus transmuting him into like the bull.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
That
wow.
would have been cinema. If
That
you,
would have, that would have, yeah, that would have been Kino. That would have been real Kino.
yeah, we have a lot to talk about the ending because it's we'll get there. Yeah. Yeah, that was that. No gun gets used. We just yeah. I mean, you're thinking a cowboy movie. The guns or knives would get used, but his name's
Mm-hmm.
Bud Spur. I read a note. It's funny that he doesn't have to try at all with women. I find this a funny recurring theme in Travolta movies. He never has to try for a woman. He just smiles at them and they see the double filtrum and they're taken.
Well, they couldn't see it the first time because he had the beard
Yeah,
covering it
he
up.
has the beard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He looks. I mean, he looks
That's
real
a
sharp.
that's a that's a good thing to talk about. If
Yeah,
if we
you
want
wrote a
to
note about the
jump back
beard.
in.
Yeah, what do you think about
Well,
that?
not just the beard. So he shows up, he goes to Gillies. He has this almost like initiation ritual into the cult of the bull,
Yeah,
where he gets with these two women, and then he comes back after shaving, And one of the first things Sissy says to him is, I liked you more with the beard,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which,
Yeah.
depending on your reading of it, it's like, I mean, Sissy's very much a part of Gillies, but like, she liked that aspect of him, that like, that country cowboy
The
aspect of him, but
wild,
also that
wild
like
aspect of
that
him.
innocence. Yeah. The
Yeah,
innocence of not being
innocence too.
like into this,
Oh God,
cult of.
Pam would have had an orgasm if she saw him with a beard. Dear God.
Yeah. She would have been like a boomer looking at some like veal parm. Do you think?
Boing, boing, boing,
Wait, I was gonna say, do you think? Because he shaves the beard for work, right?
Yeah.
Does this is it sort of like a emasculating thing? Is it like when they shave Aslan?
I think there's a lot of like commentary on like capitalism
Hmm.
in the film throughout, but I think that that's like an interesting part of it. Almost like you have to lower yourself down to like get this job.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you have to embarrass yourself.
yeah. Like, what if he likes the beard? It's like
Well, it's also like there's in a lot of the to go back to the esoteric in a lot of the Abrahamic
I was gonna bring
traditions,
this up. Yeah.
the beard is sacred. The beard is your manhood,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
symbolizes a lot.
Yeah.
Um, so I think there's a lot to be said about the commentary on working and modern capitalism in this film.
Bigly.
What?
I'm pulling up this one scene. I don't know if she shaves his beard, but I'm thinking of the Samson from the Bible. Doesn't
Mm,
like doesn't some woman like cut his hair off or something?
that sounds familiar.
Let me pull this up on Wikipedia.
Oh, I gotta go back to CCD. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I feel like all those days of going to church did not serve me. My memory of
I gotta go back, dude. I feel like
Yeah, I gotta get
the
cleansed
more I
after
watch
watching this movie.
I realize the demon. I mean, we literally worship a demon on Wall Street.
Hmm.
We gotta. They're fighting a war we're not even aware of. So Samson's hair was cut by Delilah, which led to the loss of his strength. Delilah lulled him to sleep and had 7 locks cut off, which was significant because his hair symbolized the Nazirite vow to God, representing his consecration and strength. Cutting of his hair was a betrayal. Yeah, I don't think they cut his beard, but I think hair, just like your hair is it's
Well,
sort of
it's
a
almost like
sacred.
it's almost like a betrayal of himself. Like
Yeah,
he does
Hmm.
it to himself. He's tricked into it almost in a
I
sense.
feel, I feel also like
It's him selling out. He's selling out
yeah,
for a couple schmeckles.
yeah.
You
Well, yeah,
know?
I think that's another interesting point of the whole like job thing. Like he comes to Houston to get a job, and his uncle gets him this job, and his boss is like, you're like worthless to me. Like even though he comes from this like farming or ranching background,
Mhm.
Hmm.
um his boss is like, you can just like move stuff around. Like I've
What does he call him, a
got
gopher
nothing.
or something?
Yeah,
Gopher.
gopher. Yep.
I thought that was interesting. I think I read into that more on the first watch of like, employment as this like part of the humiliation ritual.
I mean, it really it is a humiliation ritual because imagine you're on the farm, you're your own boss. You're just raising cattle. You don't have
And then
anyone
all of a
telling you
sudden
like to cut your.
Yeah.
all of a
I
sudden
mean,
you're a rodent.
he probably went from shooting gophers because they were tearing up his grass to now he is a gopher.
Hmm. Hmm. He's a gopher. He's a gopher, and he worships an incarnation of Baal. It's a long way down from lassoing on the countryside. It's
Hmm.
it's a it's sad. It's when
Sad
I
to see
worked
what
at a
you've become.
what was you saying?
It's sad to see what you've become.
Oh yeah, I like literally couldn't hear you. Oh no,
Uh,
yeah, no. I mean, when I worked at a certain pizza place, they were like, you can't have your hair over like half an inch.
Dear God.
I did
Um,
think of that. I did think of that when I was watching this.
we we discussed that a little in Saturday Night Fever. Yeah, yeah. Wait, did Pep send the edit he has of Travolta in front of Manco eating?
No, I don't think so.
Whoa, I gotta send that.
Yes. Oh my God, it's just so funny.
Yes, sirree, Bob.
Yeah, let me turn back. Okay, yeah. So he's like at the he's a gopher. He's working some shit job like supplying power to I don't know. It's like a power plant or something. It looks so depressing.
It's so like bleak. They're like
Like,
slapping concrete onto metal pipes or something.
dude, Houston is just like it's just and I get why you can say you don't like this movie because every nature not nature shot but like every like big shot of the city, you know, that's supposed to be like I don't know, like the city in all its glory or the the river or like it just looks so bleak and drab and depressing. Like
No,
there's nothing transcendent about any of it. It's just slop.
yeah. I think that there's a lot of this is completely unrelated to the film, but I think that any city that is not on some type of waterway is
I
an
was gonna bring this
affront to
up.
God.
I was gonna bring this up. Yes. I having grown up near the water, I feel something's off when I'm not by a body of water.
But
I
especially a city because the practical purpose of cities was like a transit hub or a trading
like a
hub or
port.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, a port, something,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, why? What are you doing in the middle of nowhere, basically?
I think Las Vegas is the
Actually, wait,
ultimate.
before
Yeah.
we embarrass ourselves as not knowing anything about Texas, I do think Houston is the closest city to the Gulf.
I think no, I think on the map it is,
Yeah.
but it doesn't look that way at all in the
I don't
film.
I don't think it's actually on the water.
No,
No.
it's well, Houston's so big too that like even if part of it is, let me pull up a map. Jamie,
Like
Jamie, pull up a
I
map.
think
It's kind of it's like near a bay, but it's so big that like
yeah.
so
It's the city isn't molded by the water. I mean, in most of the
True.
places along the eastern shore, it's like the city is molded by the water line, and that's just not the case in
If it was
Houston.
truly like molded around the water, where that Baytown is would be like front and center of
Yeah.
downtown Houston.
it's yeah, you don't see the water at all in the movie. You see like this lame little river, and just I don't know. I mean, maybe we're just like urbanite snobs, but just like just the idea of living in like a trailer in the middle of the desert, it feels like it's not. It feels like you're not living. Like, I don't. It feels like you're in
Yeah.
purgatory. You're in purgatory or something.
Yeah, I
Well,
also
yeah, it
think it's
just feels like you're just waiting. You're just waiting out the hours until you can go back to Gillies. That's all you can do.
It's so depressing.
I also think it's depressing too to know that like I mean you don't see much of the
Dude,
home, but
SSRI.
he comes from like wide open plains out who knows where in Spur, and then he like is living in a trailer in a trailer park. It's like you downgraded to be near this like to be near Gillies and to work.
Hmm.
You live in squalor for work and Gillies.
I agree. And I feel like what's kind of unsettling too, and also like even more depressing, I I don't think there's ever a moment where I felt that Travolta truly reflected on life and about what he wanted. I
No.
never I never
That
felt like he had a
that is the essence of the
yeah,
boomerism of
he
this
never
movie.
had like
Yeah.
an
There's no
internal
reflection.
monologue thinking like what am I doing? He just goes through them like this movie's so interesting because in the start it's like he's just checked out, going through the motions, just snapshots through marriage and buying a trailer, and just he never thinks like, what do I want? He just gets obsessed with this cult. It's so interesting.
And I think that's a neat reflection on kind of like the modern kind of grind set movement, if you will. Like there's no moral or spiritual goal. It's
No,
just
you just grind.
you just grind.
I was thinking about this lately. I really just thinking about doing work. It's just what am I grinding for? What's it all for?
What are you? First? Oh my
Oh
gosh!
God.
We got Patrick Bateman up on the screen.
Just when
Shocking.
I out, they pull me back in.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. What?
Yeah, you're just waiting to go get some more mud soup, right?
I mean, Dorcia is just like an upscale Gillies.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, speaking of which, you guys want to go?
How did he get a table at Gillies?
Let's
His
see
cowboy
Paul.
hat. The brim is so the brim is so nice and crisp. That must be a new cowboy hat.
Let's see Paul Allen's cowboy hat. Oh my God, as a image of Moloch.
That man, we're not gonna be able to find this, but there's
Maybe me.
there's an interesting song choice at one point that I think kind of taps into a lot of what we're talking about here, about how like the Native Americans wore turquoise.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that lyric stuck out to me.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
left
I don't know why, but it really did stick out.
I think it left an engram on me.
It's not looking for love. Maybe
what
it's
what is the lyric? It's like
could I have this dance? No.
I think I
Was
can't
it in
imagine
the
there's many
song?
songs that reference turquoise and they might have said Indians, but Native Americans.
Yeah, I do not remember the name of that song. Kenny Rogers. Maybe it's
Yeah, Microsoft Edge search engine can't find it. This is slop. We don't need to. We don't
I
need
mean,
to find the exact thing.
we can
But
talk
it was
about
just
it.
yeah. What do you want to say about it? What are you thinking?
No, I think it just layers into the things we've been talking about. Like so much of this environment's fake.
Mhm.
You've got and the absurdity of it all. What was the lyric that the Indians wearing cowboy boots and the cowboys wearing turquoise or
Yeah,
something?
something.
yeah.
That's the lyric. But yeah, I think that just adds to the unnaturalness of this place and the absurdity of the situation.
Yeah.
The
No.
the song choices throughout were really whoever was on top of that aspect of this film really was firing on all cylinders.
I really did agree. I think I was gonna bring this up. I feel like the songs always fit the scene very well, and like
Oh yeah.
always made me feel like what they were going for. Unlike my least favorite film ever, Staying Alive. Holy shit, man. I'm not done with that film. I'm not done with that film. What a stinker. I haven't forgotten Sylvester. I haven't
Truly.
forgotten. And I will
Yep.
never watch Rambo or Rocky or any of your other shit. Every song was horrible thrashing 80s music. All right, we can resume. Yeah. Fuck. Jesus, dude, that movie was so bad. Taylor, you got to watch Staying Alive.
It's the
It's like
real
the worst.
stinker.
It's literally legit the worst movie I've ever seen.
It's the classic stinker.
I'm not joking. It's the worst film I've seen, and I've seen some pretty bad movies. Okay. So yeah, let's
So
continue.
yeah, where were we in the scenes?
He had his relations with those women. Then we talked a bit about the job. There's a scene where they two-step dance, I think, which was it was definitely nice to see Travolta dancing. What do you think
Yeah.
about the dancing in this movie? Because I think it's kind of juxtaposed with the bull. In the end, there's a dance competition going alongside the bull competition, and we do see a bit of dancing throughout the film. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Well, if I can say, I think the lap steel throughout the dance sequences was like it was hitting. It was hitting hard. I was loving
What was
it.
it?
The lap steel or the
Mm.
whatever it's called.
What's
The
that?
steel guitar or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, like the instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there even is a scene, when like I don't remember exactly where it's at, but Bud does have himself a nice little solo dance where he's like hoeing down. Um, I mean,
I
he
thought
was.
that that was I thought that that was like the most
That's
to
when I
kind of
thought Travolta was at his best when he was dancing. I'll just say that.
yeah.
He's always at his best when he's dancing.
Yeah.
He's so awesome. I love
Oh
John
man.
Travolta. I actually want to learn to dance after watching these movies. I never danced before, but I think I get it now, you know?
I love how like
Yeah.
smoky the bar looks. Like the bar scenes are just incredible. They
So
look
atmospheric.
yeah.
I think
Oh
You
maybe I'm
ever had a
winning you.
two-step?
I think I'm winning you
yeah.
guys over
There's
to the
there's
Kino of Urban Cowboy.
uh there's that
Yeah, there's Steve Strange,
Steve Strange.
the local pimp at Gillies.
Oh my God. It really is Black Logic. Just the fact that the background like all the walls are black kind of
Wait,
Yeah.
or dark.
do you want to hear something really really unsettling?
Sure.
So the two women that Bud sleeps with at the very beginning,
Mhm.
their names in the movie, Sexy Sister number 1, Sexy Sister number 2. So are they sisters?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe I hit a drop for that one. I don't know what
Yeah. Sexy Sister.
interesting. Very Bacchic.
Very.
I think that that's an interesting choice from
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
I don't know, the
No,
director
there
level,
are no
the direct
accidents. There are
the
no accidents.
director level or the writer level to just not even give them names.
So they're sisters though.
Yeah.
So it's like incestuous.
Mm.
Yeah.
An unnamed Bacchic worshippers.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
crazy.
Dionysus is
That was a good catch. That was a good catch,
archetypal
man.
evil. Yeah, Peps. Both of you guys have the insights. This is really great. I have some notes. The city looks boring. Oh my God, I
Uh,
wish I had real handwriting.
let me see. Well, wait, let's keep
Quaintness,
going.
quaintness of the bar. Yeah, what were you saying?
Well, let's keep going through the scenes here.
That's what I'm trying to do. So
Oh, you're
there's,
just catching up in your
I'm
notes.
just reading through the notes. Yeah, yeah. So they're in the bar. Does he meet Sissy yet?
He sees Sissy on the first night, but doesn't approach her.
Mm-hmm.
He talks to Sissy after the first night, after he shaved.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He dances with her, right?
Yeah.
And they hit it off.
Mhm.
And then
I think there's a scene where they're just sitting down talking for
Mhm.
a while.
Mhm. Oh yeah, I know they talk. I guess this is the same scene. They talk at the bar, and then I know they talk at another I think restaurant, right?
Yeah, at the diner.
And she gets jealous of the sister 1 and 2. And Travolta
Yeah.
he let me Jamie, can you find the scene? He chases one of you guys describe this while I
Yeah, we can that or I think we've talked about this a lot
maybe
as
not.
a boomer love story.
Yeah.
And to our younger sensibilities, I think that scene is pretty, a little more disturbing than probably a boomer would find.
Mhm.
Um, wrangling his
Yeah, we were talking
future
about
wife.
this. His little their attitudes towards aggression
Oh
sexually
God.
were very different.
Yeah,
He does
this
not take no
scene.
for an answer.
And
Good,
but
good.
but like the whole time I'm watching this, I'm just thinking to myself, like, where is this coming from? Because we don't really ever get a glimpse of uh of a hostile Bud, up until like he just smacks her across the face, and it's like, what the? I just felt like it was
Yeah,
real
I
out of the
was.
blue, and my only conclusion is that like him going to Gilly's just like
Mm,
kind of supplanted that
that's an
evil
interesting
inside him.
question. Was it? Did he always have? Maybe he always had it, and it was amplified by Gilly.
Perhaps,
We never.
Nick,
perhaps.
you've talked about this before. There's like the Dionysian instincts, and then there's like the Apollonian
Yes.
side of you,
Yeah.
and it's almost like dwelling in Gillies like wakes up and empowers
Mhm,
this
mhm,
like
mhm.
this like horrible side of his manhood where
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah.
just like goes straight into like smacking her in
Mhm.
public and like
Every Yeah,
wrangling
like
her
every
in a
person every person has an Apollonian and Dionysian side to them, where one is like order, truth, beauty, justice, and then the other is drunkenness, fun, madness, and it seems the I mean Gillies is a temple to Dionysus, like not a joke. It is, and it definitely would like flare up whatever Dionysian impulse he has. I mean if you were going to frat parties every day, it would definitely like affect you.
Oh yeah, get your ego real swollen, just like his nuts after the
Imagine
bull.
after he gave the seed to Moloch.
Yeah.
Also, since there's no accidents in movies, I've been known to make an observation or two. You'll see Jamie has this scene pulled up. Now, esoterically, I noticed this. We see the restaurant, it has steaks. Oh, that's crossed out, and then seafood. Shakes is crossed out. What do you guys think that means?
Ooh. Oh, I don't know. My
yeah, I
my
don't.
noggin isn't that big.
I'm not sure either.
It's an interesting call out though.
My
I feel
noggin
like it is
can't
maybe like
comprehend.
well, shakes are made from milk, which comes from a female cow.
Oh.
So,
So maybe, cut me off if I'm out of my mind here. They are only selling products related to the death of the cow, not the
mm,
nurturing and the
oh,
tending
this
to
is
the
good.
cow.
This is good.
Wow.
This is good. Hmm. And the steaks are probably from the bull, right?
Oh,
Or do they
probably.
slaughter, do they
I have
slaughter
no.
female cows for steak?
Yeah,
I'm not a country person,
yeah.
Yeah, I
Me
but
really
too.
don't know.
it's like death and violence, but the feminine nurturing is not present.
Wow.
Do you think that? I mean, it's got to be. There's no reason they
No,
would cross out the shakes otherwise.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's very visible in this scene. I think it's.
I
I,
also
I
want
think
to. I
you're
also
fair
want to
to.
ask. What do you think? What do you think Sissy's name means? Do you think she's a reference to Sisyphus?
Mm,
Wow. I mean, in some ways,
He buds her rock
you,
that she has to keep pushing up the hill.
yeah, because I mean, she's been trying to push that rock up the whole movie. That's like the whole everything that she does is in an attempt to get that rock to
Pushing
the top of the hill.
this chiseled,
I
limber
think that's a
rock up
great.
the hill.
I actually think that's a great connection, Nick, because I
I think
think
I think it's the.
her
I can't think of anything else that it relates to.
her rock is the bull, and I think that it makes so much sense. Like rolling a rock is about as inane as riding a bull that's not even a bull that's piloted by some guy with a stick.
Think
Like,
the It's so funny that the antagonist of this movie is literally just some like unemployed guy that operates a machine. It's so well, yeah. I mean, what I can't think of anything else that the name Sissy represents. You know, am I saying they sat down and opened Greek myth and named her Sisyphus? But there's a collective unconscious, and
Well,
nothing's an accident.
I
Nothing's
mean,
an
I
accident.
suppose I suppose like sissy can be a reference to like someone who's like a wuss or
She's not a wuss though.
exactly. So
She
she's like a
actually is
walking
thriving.
oxymoron.
She's like Faustian, much like Travolta in Staying Alive.
Yeah, she wants that boulder to roll back
She
over
wants
and
to
crush
push.
her.
She wants to push it, and it or it could be a reference to Sexy Sister number one.
Sexy sister
I
number
don't know.
1 and 2.
This place is also just called restaurant. Like, what the fuck is this?
Mm.
It's just another simulacrum of a
God,
restaurant.
looking at these cars, I can't wait to talk about Greece. That's
Oh,
This car
I'm
is
Joan.
automatic.
Dude, Greece is so awesome. So they she refuses him. He drives off. He backs up, gets out of the car, and he picks her up. Oh my God. Sort of
Yeah,
like maybe
this was like a hard watch, honestly.
sort of like
This
Zeus
part.
picking up Europa and taking her off the
yeah.
ocean. They're in the water now. This is just Greek tragedy. And look at this. He's a white bull, right?
This was so bizarre.
And a
Mhm.
car comes up on him.
God, if only that guy was drunk, and the rest of the movie never would have happened.
Oh man. Yeah, this was crazy. They get down in the mud and stuff, and then they both get into the car.
So wait, can you hit pause for a sec on
There's
this?
like a 5 second delay. What part do you want to see? Also,
Uh
it's Jamie. I can't do anything.
oh, sorry. I
Hmm.
think that as you were watching this film, did you think that after they got back in this car that they were gonna say, we should get married or you should marry me or whatever?
I was not expecting that.
Yeah. I thought that the kind of the focal point of the movie from that point on would just be like Bud's obsession with her and her like not wanting to do with him,
Travolta
but
never has
like
to work for a woman. He
yeah.
never has to work for a woman.
Never.
So, so
And also like at this point in the movie, how long have they known each other?
2 days.
Like yeah, a couple days
Like
at
like a
most.
boomer with like a mail order bride or something. Yeah, I mean, a few days. I don't know. I guess it's love at first sight. Who knows? It is fast. It is very
It's
fast.
Very.
it is automatic.
This wedding is
Is
automatic.
is greased lightning, baby.
Oh wait, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. They get married in Gillies.
Yeah, it's that
Wait, do they
Gilly.
really? Oh my
Yeah.
God! Oh my God! I have to stand up and walk away for a second. I'm so God! It is their church. It is their church.
Dude, it is.
It is their
Yeah.
church to ball.
Holy moly.
Holy shit! I need to take a minute off of that one. I'm gonna lay down, guys.
Ah, jeez, dude.
He can't handle it. He can't handle it.
That's
Uh,
crazy. That's crazy.
yeah, look, and there's little cowboy Damien. Dude looks like dude looks like he looks like a that kid in The Omen. That's what he looks like.
He does look kind of demonic.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
I mean,
That's
and
fucked,
and
man.
if Uncle Bill or Uncle Bob gave his spawn to Malik, then you know this child is
This
of
is
the
the last
devil.
time we see him in the film.
No, I think we see him again at old Bob's wake.
This is just an abomination. If our ancestors from like 500 years ago could see something like this just grotesque marriage in front of a shitty little sign that looks like Johnson's popcorn and like
It looks
guitar
like a Frenchie's French fries sign.
instead of the crucifixion behind them, it's just boomer band equipment. What an abomination is all I gotta say.
And also, like, his parents aren't there, right?
Yeah, no, you never see his parents
Yeah,
again.
we never see him
Never see
again.
his parents. I feel like it's all to indicate he's just I don't know, just like maybe just completely disconnected from his like his roots. He's just a
Yeah.
rootless cosmopolitan now. Look at these pictures of Ball.
Yeah, he drank the Kool-Aid big time.
Yeah, these are spooky. Very spooky.
Wow. I forgot that they got married in Gillies. That's crazy. If only he had a blue shirt, though, you know? Oh, boss. Oh, boss, I need
Wait.
$4.
I don't remember what the take was on the Saturday Night Fever discussion, but I thought it was interesting that Pam gives him a red shirt.
She does give him a shirt.
Stupid.
Yeah, and that was like a special, like a custom tailored shirt too.
Oh, what's this symbol? She has like, she pulls up her leg. They're like, let's see those
Oh
stockings.
yeah, the girder,
That's a very boomer thing, the girder.
garter, however you
Garter.
say
A
it.
girder.
Yo, wait, watch Better Call Saul,
Not watching.
Mike Ehrmantraut.
No, fuck that. I'm not watching.
Walter.
Walter.
you bud, you gotta go to Gillies. You gotta embarrass yourself at the altar.
Walter, Gus just needs you to pray to the bull.
It's what it is.
Okay, yeah, like oh my god, it's like Urban Cowboy 2 out of 9, and I can't find 6 out of 9. I mean, I can't find 3 out of 9. Okay, yeah, so they get married in their temple to Dionysus and Baal, and then it quickly it stop me if you want to talk about anything else, but the next scene on YouTube is it's just called "We Live Like Pigs," and we see they get a trailer which would now cost like $700,000, and they start having a life together.
Well, I think one of the most important scenes that I guess we can't find a clip of is when they go to their honeymoon, which is at the convict rodeo. Like that was their honeymoon
Yeah,
because they're
Wait, that was
wearing the
their
matching
honeymoon?
shirts. Yeah,
No, I think you're right. I didn't interpret that as their honeymoon, but I think you're right.
yeah,
What a
because they're
depressing.
wearing the matching floral shirts, and I mean it's the immediate next scene after their wedding, and it's also like one of the only places outside of like a house or Gillies or their jobs that we see them together at. So
Wow, yeah, you're right.
yeah, here we are. Oh wait, what is this?
Wait, is this?
Oh,
Oh, this is just a general
rodeo.
prisoner.
Wait, this is not Urban Cowboy.
Yeah, leave it to CBS Sunday Morning to do a piece on a debtor's rodeo.
Yes. Wait, is this it?
Whoa, Urban Cowboy 2? What the
What the
fuck
is
is
this real?
this?
Cat, is this?
No, that's got to be AI. There's no way this is
There's no
real.
way
Oh, no, that's so
this
fake.
is AI. Why would
Oh my
why
God.
would someone make this?
Jesus. Timothy Chalamet. Wow. What the hell?
God.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Okay, we're not gonna find the scene. Like, we gotta make progress. I guess they go to the honeymoon.
That completely shook me to my core, what we just
Yeah.
watched.
What's going on, big guy?
Yeah, that was really stanky.
Wow.
Okay.
I I think I don't know if there's anything to really remark on here, but I think it's interesting how in the previous scenes before the fight and the wrangling, Bud asks for fucking like whole onion on his burger. And then in this scene, she's like taking the time to pick out every little onion out of
Yeah,
her
that's a great point.
whatever pasta salad or whatever it is.
I guess what do
Mhm.
you think onions represent?
You know, onions are grown in the dirt.
Onions have layers.
Yeah.
I once I want one professor in college. There's an old like Scandinavian story. I don't think this is what it's getting at, but he said there's one story where a man compares his soul to an onion because it has layers, and he was starting to peel back the layers of his soul to find who he was, but an onion, like the soul, has no core. It's just layers.
Oh, wow.
I don't think that's what they're getting at here. I think it's more of a Joe Rogan angle where it's like more masculine or boost your testosterone. But let's talk a little bit about their life. They um they live in this trailer. They drink beer all the time. They talk about McDonald's,
Oh yeah.
and, which is so depressing.
Well,
They,
a lot actually happened before this scene takes place. Like,
Hmm.
you know, uh, they meet Wes Hightower.
oh yeah, they meet
Yeah,
Wes.
because his face is all bloodied and bashed. Um, after they get into a little tussle, and then Sissy goes and rides the bull behind
No, I think that
Bud's
happens
back.
after. I think that happens after.
No, no, no. This happened before because like in this scene, Bud's like, all right, let's go to Gillies, and
She's trying to not go to Gillies.
yeah, Sissy doesn't want to go because she was just at Gillies for like half the day riding the bull with Wes. But Bud doesn't know that. And
I feel like there might be multiple scenes because I'm seeing 3 out of 9 is this one talk, and then 4. It doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. But yeah. So she's like, he fights, and then she's like, yeah, she's riding the bull behind his back,
yeah,
and
is she like? Is she like cheating on him with the bull? Is that
yes,
like?
Well,
yeah,
yeah, that's an
yeah.
interesting part of it. It's like he feels that only like the men have the right to like debase themselves.
Hmm.
Well, it's like the bull is like it's like a test of strength, sort of. But
Yeah,
it is sort of, you are sort of debasing yourself, like we
and
mentioned it. I
and
don't
if
know.
if that punching bag, the punching bag game that they play, if that's like kind of like the amuse bouche to the full entree that is the mechanical bull, like
Yeah,
Sissy, she tries to punch the punching bag and she ends up like busting her knuckles wide open.
yeah.
So I think like from Bud's perspective, he's like, if she broke her hand on the punching bag, like there's no way I'm gonna let her get on the bull.
But then this pussy gets his arm broken by a slowly turning bull.
Yeah.
Sissy simply mogs Travolta throughout this film.
I mean, the bull demands a sacrifice and it'll take it in flesh and blood.
It does sacrifice his arm. Yeah, what do
Hmm.
you I don't know, where do you want to go with this? Do you want to talk a little about the bull riding itself? Like what is, because I think we've already seen him ride the bull. What is it about riding the bull that's so significant, you think?
I mean, that's like the closest thing that they can do that
Mm,
like brings them to the edge of death without actually
mm,
putting them in death's way.
mm, mm.
Um, so I'm sure they get like some kind of high off of riding the bull, like sort of like a little thrill, you
Yeah,
know.
Part of
I
this
mean,
that was
yeah.
part of this film that I just like found really just really odd, like the whole bull thing being so like
Yeah,
unnatural, but like
very
it
obsessed with it.
to your point, Nick, about like what about the bull riding is impressive. Like you watch the same, you watch them on the bull and everything, and like, what are they even doing?
They're just holding, it's like they're just holding on.
Yeah, but that's like what makes it so ridiculous to me. What makes these like the focal point of this film so ridiculous is like you're watching them do something and it's like you're
It
just
is
sitting on
ridiculous.
something that's moving. I know it's harder than that, but like, I mean, you can
It's
get into
also
that.
like
You can get into the esoteric angle, but like just from like
it on its
the
surface is ridiculous looking.
simpler view, it's just like absurd. Like why?
Yeah, it's a very weird test of strength.
It's like hardly a test of strength. It's just like
it's also like it's also like a not passive, but you're not the actor in it. You're acted upon. You're the object. It's even more it's an activity with no agency. It's not like you're throwing a javelin. You're just holding on for dear life, which is maybe in relation to just how they feel of just getting like dragged along by this boomer system. Even in
yeah,
your one escape, you're just
you're
you're
just
literally just holding on
along
to
for
a
the
bull.
ride.
Yeah. It's I was just imagining like imagine these scenes just imagine if they like if someone saw this with no context and they were in like black robes or something just watching someone ride a bull. It just looks so it looks like demonic.
Yeah, they have like masquerade masks on.
Like eyes wide shut, but there's a mechanical
Yeah.
bull.
Well, yeah, no, it does. It just adds to the ridiculousness for me. Like they're all at a
Yeah.
bar. None of them are talking. They're all just staring at whoever's
They're
riding the
looking
bull.
at the bull.
Yeah, it's like in Come Stand or Stand by Me where
Never
you know
saw it.
they happen upon the dead body and they're like, "Go touch it. Go touch the dead body." And they're just like all standing around this dead body and like, you know, waiting for one of them to work up the courage to go touch the dead body. Like that's what they're doing. They're just like kind of just watching them go up and touch this bull, and
Touch the bull.
that's all it is, folks.
Yeah, I don't know if I can fully articulate it, but I really feel on a deep level that this is not good. I feel like this is like the worst humanity has to offer. It's just standing around looking at this artificial bull.
Mm-hmm.
It's very wrong.
And like this is something that they all look forward to. Like it's not like this is
They
just
spend
like,
their days slapping concrete on pipes just so they
yeah,
can go and do
just
this.
so they can go watch people ride the bull at Gillies. Like that's what they're earning their hard-earned dollar. That's what they're spending their hard-earned dollar on.
Yeah.
It's almost like
And I
watching
think
a Twitch stream or something.
I do think that's an interesting angle that I haven't really thought about until now. The only person in this film who isn't like gainfully employed doing something like manual labor, it's Wes.
Mhm. Mhm.
He's the only person that's like outside of this like work all day, come to Gillies and, you know,
Oh yeah.
go crazy, and he's like he's a felon.
Would you say the only way to the only way to live an
Whoa,
authentic life in the
whoa.
20th but he's the real deal. He's a real bank robber.
Yeah.
He lives an authentic life.
I thought it was really I thought it was really neat that his crime was a bank robbery. Um, not that I think there's like a higher significance to bank robberies, but ever since I played Red Dead Redemption 2, I've had this like kind of like running bit where I've been like, man, imagine rocking up with like six of your boys in your gang and robbing a train. Like that's got to be the closest you can get to like a real life experience. And
The power process.
here's
Mm.
Wes,
Illegal,
a
but
bank robber.
I also had a note about Wes that he's dressed like Mac from Always Sunny. I think the first time we see him, he has like that fishnet shirt on.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
do you yeah, do you guys want to yeah, that is definitely it's an authentic form of self-actualization to be a criminal in some ways, not that I endorse it. This looks so ridiculous, man. Do you guys want to talk about Wes a little bit? What do you guys think about this,
I
man?
want nothing more than to talk about Wes.
I I'm still pretty hazy on my thoughts about Wes, so I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about him.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
with you, Nick. I'm like in the dark on like what Wes
Sounds like
means, but
Taylor's a Wes era.
yeah,
Wes
let's
era.
hear it. Let's hear it, Tay.
so. I'm gonna say something, but then I'll ask you guys a question. Um, that might prompt some good discussion. But
Mhm.
I think Wes is a great villain. I think he is just. I mean, you could slot him in any film and he'd be the perfect villain. But like, just the way he looks, the way he is, like the fact that he's a criminal. I also just like I want to talk about that scene in his trailer, where him and Sissy are talking and they're talking about the worm,
Oh
and
yeah.
Wes is like, oh, they say the worm makes you see things and gives you these like psychedelic experiences, but I've eaten a lot of worms and I've never seen anything. I just, man, that
I do agree that I think he's like this guy has a incredible presence. He's a
yes.
very scary guy.
Oh my
Mhm.
And
gosh.
he is, I think he's like the real deal. Whereas every other boomer is just drunk and stupid. This guy seems more like
But maybe
there's
maybe
something
that's
intense behind his eyes.
that's the
Yeah, that's a
angle
great
here. Is
point.
like he's the only real person in this sea of drunkard
I
salad.
actually had a note that all the characters seem like NPCs. It's almost like he and Wes are the only ones that are uh like conscious in this.
I don't I don't know if this is like I don't know if you guys agreed, but um there's not much dialogue in this movie at all. Uh
Oh, not really.
and the very few times that anybody that isn't Sissy, Bud, Wes, or Pam talks, it's really like um it, to your point, yeah, it just kind of seemed like NPCs.
Hmm.
I,
It's very
if you were
simplistic.
to like get a hold of the script and like count the words spoken, I'm willing to bet like 5 of the
Mhm.
like 200 words of this movie are spoken by.
I mean, it's a lot of them just talking about riding the bull.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think the worm means?
So I sent you this text and I never backed it up with any
Yeah, I want to hear
research,
these
but
takes.
I remember um there's a verse in the Bible about like eating the worm.
Mhm.
And I think it's like I forget what it's supposed to symbolize. This is on me. I should have done more homework.
That's fine.
Um I mean the worm scene was like visceral and
Jamie's trying to find it, but
yeah. Could be like hallucinating here, but I'm pretty sure there's like a
you can just keep going on. I'm just trying to.
yeah. I think the gist of it is like eating the worm is like accepting like eternal guilt and shame or something to that like, and I think that kind of fits Wes's character of like he is a villain. Like it's almost like he knows he's the villain in the story.
Mhm. He
Yeah.
knows. Yeah, he knows he's bad. He's like, you
Yeah,
think you
he's
thought you can
not
trust him.
apologetic about it at all.
He just I think he embraces his villainy.
Yeah,
When Sissy catches him cheating, he just says, you thought you could trust a man like me," or something like that.
he's a very he's a very like Machiavellian character in that way.
Mhm.
Like he knows he's evil and he knows that's what he has to be
Mhm.
because that's how he like progresses.
Mhm. Mhm. He's he's yeah, he's like self-actualized as just knows he's evil.
I also think it's an interesting bit at the end. I mean, we can I don't want to skip all the way to the end. I guess
Let's
we
not skip. But, if you can
yeah
bring it up, but let's not go into the end yet.
yeah no well I'll save it.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
So
he's
wait, but here let me pose a question to you guys. I know
Mhm.
I just sat on my soapbox and told you how
Yeah,
much I love Wes as a villain, but
yeah, yeah.
the
He's like the Thanos of the 80s.
Who is the real villain of the story? Is it
The
Wes or
bull. The bull is
is
the
it
real
Pam?
villain.
Is it Pam?
The real villain is the bull.
No, yeah, it's the bull for show.
The bull is literally a demon, or is the host to a demon.
No, that's fair.
Those are lesser villains. Interestingly, Wes controls the bull.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
he's
an interesting angle. He also uses, I think it's interesting that Wes uses the bull strategically to break Bud's arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sort of like a priest of the bull. He is definitely a villain. I do think like I'm trying to think of something to compare this to, but he's like the personified like person we can point to like that's a villain, but the maybe it's sort of like Bob or something like that in Twin Peaks, where it's like
That's
you
a
have a
good
few
connection.
you have a few characters that are evil, but they're sort of a facade on some deeper dark malevolence.
No, that's a good point. And because I do, I also think Pam's a really interesting character
I
for that
mean,
reason.
I hated her after she ripped up the note, but she does redeem herself somewhat in the end. So I'd say she's more of a morally gray character.
But
Yeah.
what I think is interesting and why my initial like reading of this was kind of like a commentary on like urbanization was like Bud's lowest point is going to Pam's apartment in downtown Houston.
Hmm.
Like his
Hmm.
lowest point is the closest he gets to the center of that city, where he's like with this wealthy girl whose dad is like an oil baron, and he's, you know, destroying his marriage. Um, and she loves the fake cowboyness of him. Like it's almost like too on the nose.
Is
Like
her like boy toy fake cowboy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
like the fact that she's like from a wealthy family and they're in the like she resides in the city. Like she's not
They're in
somebody
the
that goes
high.
to
They're in like a
village.
penthouse too. It makes my
Yeah.
esoteric brain think of the Tower of Babel. It's yeah, she has a weird lamp that has like those layers.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Maybe that
like that lamp a lot.
I kind of want one like that.
It was real mesmerizing.
Her apartment is so interesting. That was such an interest. It's jumping ahead a little bit, but I was such a different setting. It's almost like after seeing these rickety old trailers and disgusting river, you you can't imagine that there's even something that luxurious that exists in the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it looks like a pretty modern. Like it looks like you could live in something almost like that today.
It
Yeah.
honestly looked like Patrick Bateman lived there for some time.
It
It
does.
just felt very sterile. It felt very sterile and
Yes. Yes.
Well, yeah, I do think that
West.
that's an interesting like lens to look at it from. Like there's the griminess of Bud and Sissy's trailer that's like clearly very lived in because they're like these real
They
people.
don't do the dishes even though they eat at McDonald's. They're
But
like
then there's
slob.
like there's this sterile, almost like simulated living space of
Mhm.
her Houston penthouse apartment.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
I thought when he went to that like penthouse apartment, I was like my spidey senses were tingling, man. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's very, very unnatural. They also go to that more upscale bar too,
Yep.
which I
Yeah.
thought was interesting as well. Uh, yeah, this scene. This is the
And
first.
I wonder I picked up on this and I don't know if it means anything, but when Bud and Pam go to Pam's apartment, they drink bourbon, and when Sissy and Wes are together, they drink the mezcal with the worm. And like I feel like, you know, bourbon kind of tries to distinguish itself as like this more refined, more higher echelon drink, and the mezcal with the worm is something that,
Does it actually have a worm in it?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fucking disgusting. That's almost like it's almost like that's the lowest of the low, and being in the apartment is like the highest of the high. Like what more urbanite could you get than hang out with some rich girl in a penthouse across from a bank?
Yeah.
But I think here's an interesting take. We're earlier we were saying that like Wes is the he's outside of this system of working and everything.
He's in need.
You know, he's in need. But he's striving for this kind of like otherworldly experience to bring him maybe closer to God or closer to
Mhm.
something else, because he's like, he clearly, when Sissy leaves that scene and it shows him like getting the worm, he doesn't
Mhm.
finish the bottle. He tilts the bottle up, lets the worm slide all the way down, and he eats it like very intentionally. It's almost like
Oh
he's
yeah.
trying to like use it to like transcend.
Huh. Yeah.
That's a great point.
He's transcending or perhaps descending, because I don't know if I don't know if you're what god you're invoking by eating worms.
I don't know.
It's
Maybe it's just kind of like a vague
yeah.
whatever kind of spiritualism you want to call the people that do like
He's
psychedelics to like get closer
mm,
to their higher power.
yeah, he's like trying
Mhm.
he's like interested in some
He's trying to
transcend
peel back that onion, that Wes onion.
that Wes on he's just peeling the onion. Yeah, it's yeah, he's very interesting. He also wants to leave in the end too, which is
Yeah.
something no other character wants to do. Yeah. Okay.
There's a couple stray beautiful moments that I took note of.
Mhm.
There is one scene where um Uncle Bob's wife, is talking to Bud out in their backyard after the funeral, and she's trying to give him the belt buckle.
Yes.
And she's like, he doesn't want to take it, and she's like, oh, please just take it, Bob. And like
Oh
calls
yeah.
him Bob,
Yeah.
and then she like starts to cry. I thought that was such a good scene, and so
Yeah.
like well written and acted out.
Mhm.
Um
Mhm.
that was incredible.
I thought
Because
it was good
that's
too. Yeah.
like that
It's very
was
real.
like a weirdly human moment in this like really depressing
Mhm.
and disgusting film.
Yeah.
There's another moment, I forget the exact context, but I think he's talking to Pam about like his jealousy, and Pam's like, "Oh, you're not going to be jealous if I go.
Yeah, that's a great scene.
You're
Yeah,
not going to be
these
jealous
scene
if I
we gotta
go."
What did
we
she
gotta
say?
dive into these
What did
scenes.
she say?
He says, "I hope I'm the kind of man that can learn from my mistakes."
Mm.
Yeah. But
I
what does
just
she say in response? She says something like along the lines where like you don't have to learn every lesson or something like that.
Mm.
I think you're right. I just, in a sea of just depravity, those two scenes really
Mhm.
came
There's
out to
definitely
me.
some. It's definitely like the human. I also thought I really like the one scene where it's like after they get married. I think they're like they're just in the bedroom together, and they're just they're not on their smartphones. They're just laying there together, and Bud's like, oh sissy, I love you so much. There's just a very like there's nothing to worry about kind of moment.
Yeah.
I thought there's definitely like a few like human moments in the sea of just depression. Hmm. Well, yeah, let's see what we can get through. Um,
Well, yeah, I think
talk about yeah, you go.
kind of closer to Oh yeah, this is a really important scene. This one.
Yeah, we need to go over this one.
But I was going to mention how after they have the fight and and Wes, or excuse me, not Wes, Bud pretty much like kicks Sissy out.
Mhm.
Um, you know, and he goes to Gillies. Bud goes to Gillies. He tries to talk to Sissy, and Sissy blows him off. She's like, "I don't want to talk to you."
Hmm.
Um, and Bud's like, "Oh well, I'm gonna go find myself someone to talk to, someone who wants to talk to me." And that's when he meets Pam.
Mhm.
But the scene on the dance floor when they're both dancing, it's Bud with Pam
Mhm.
and Sissy with Wes.
Yeah.
And they're just trading glances at each other while they're on the dance floor.
They're both like
Um,
raising the stakes of like how
yeah,
what do you want to call it?
yeah,
How PDA they want to go on their dancing.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Jimmy has it pulled up now.
yeah. Here we go. Yeah, this scene is great.
This was brutal when he just walks out with Pam and Sissy's like watching. It was very sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here we are in the American Psycho apartment.
You know,
Yeah, like what the fuck even is this? She got a tarp on the ground. Like,
it's literally Patrick Bateman.
I'm surprised she didn't put on a clear plastic coat and pull out a woodcutter's axe and take his head off.
Is this a menorah?
Yeah, didn't she put any did she put any Huey Lewis in the news on
I don't
while
think
they
she.
were making out?
It just this is so weird. Yeah, yeah.
But
He's
it's just I think it's interesting how they were both, you know, using different people to get to one another.
she finds a new rock, I guess, in the form of Wes, who's a scoundrel.
Oh yeah, and
And it's like
that's a
she goes down
slippery
and
rock.
he goes up. Yeah, yeah. Let's
I
I
also
think we should just
I also
oh
think it's um I think it's funny. I don't know if you guys had any kind of read on this, but like I think it's funny that Wes just like lives in a trailer behind Gillies.
wait, it's
Oh yeah.
behind Gillies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like in the parking
Oh
lot.
my god, that I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize it's worse than I thought. Really? It's like this little like Gillies tender. Oh man. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I think we should just push through to the end because I feel like we're not gonna have time for a part two. Um,
It's fun.
up to you guys. So, so we get the apartment scenes. She's with West. What happened? What happens next? I'm trying to look through my notes.
Yeah, so after after that scene,
Oh, we gotta talk
um
about Sissy riding the bull. I think this happens before or after.
well no, so like I guess in the chronology, Sissy goes to their trailer, their
Mhm.
50 by 12 foot, um, and you know, Bud isn't there and she's upset about that. And yeah, that's like a really tense scene because Sissy's waiting inside and Bud walks in and they don't say anything to each other. It's dead silent. And Sissy just like picks up some things and leaves and goes to Wes's. Um, and like I think the next time they see each other is in this scene you have on the screen.
Mhm.
Because Pam comes by and
Yeah.
they go over to they go over to aunt and uncle's to eat some caro nut pie, whatever the fuck caro nut pie is.
Do you guys know what that is? I have no
No,
I have
idea.
no clue.
no.
Jamie, can you pull up a picture of caro nut pie? I don't even
No.
know what a caro nut is. Is a caro nut even a real thing?
I think Caro, isn't that like seed oil?
It's probably like canola oil. I'm just seeing I
Carrot
don't.
pie.
How do you think you spell this?
Spell it with Karon. Karonut.
Is this caro nut? Oh,
Oh, there. Caro nut pie.
it's
What
Yeah, I
the
think
fuck?
Caro syrup is like
just slop.
Yeah, dark corn syrup. Caro syrup is corn syrup.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, so it's just like a pecan pie.
Ooh, it's literally. Oh, I kind of do like pecan pie though, but if that's
I was gonna say I love pecan pie.
I didn't know. I don't know if
Yeah.
all pecan pie is corn syrup. Look, we got to keep going though. Look, so they eat carrot nut pie. Anything else on that before we get into the really juicy scene?
The Dolly Parton contest, but I think we already touched on that.
It's like simulation of Dolly Parton. I don't even.
So ridiculous.
There is a
So-
great scene when they're leaving, and whatever aunt, I don't even know her name, Auntie something. There,
Yeah.
Pam's gonna take him to like some other bar,
Uh,
and Pam and the aunt's like, "Oh, I can't go anywhere looking like this," and uh, and the husband just goes, "Yeah, you can. We just gotta pop them titties."
is that a real line in the movie?
Yeah, because I guess she just like stuck balloons in her in her
Oh,
cleavage, and
that's funny.
I'm just like, just pop them titties and take the wig off, and you're good to go. But
Wow.
it is interesting, like how they get dressed up like that, you know. And they're only comfortable doing it at Gillies, and once
Mm.
they leave Gillies, they're like, "Oh, I can't be seen like this
Almost
in,
it's
in
like
the
it's
real world."
embarrassing.
That's an interesting observation.
Yeah.
So, can we just talk about the scene where Sissy rides the bull? This is I think like you said earlier, Pep, this is like her making love to the bull.
Mm-hmm.
This is very unsettling. What were your guys' thoughts on this?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
I
like her. I mean, it's just her getting back at at Bud.
Mhm.
Because I don't know any other reason why she would do this. You know, like I
Yeah,
can't imagine that she would do this if he wasn't there.
yeah,
But
she's
it's interesting, like to what lengths she's going or she's willing to go to like push that boulder. You know, like this is she's putting on a show for the whole crowd there, and I'm sure a lot of men in the crowd are liking that juicy veal fillet that they're seeing.
I mean, it's like the ultimate like fruition of the like the virile like fertile nature of the bull.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean,
Yeah,
this is
she's.
like the ultimate conclusion of their infatuation with the bull is like
I
this
mean,
like simulated like sex with the bull.
yeah, she's really like having sex with the bull.
But yeah,
Whatever that means in
I think
mythology.
the context of the scene is really interesting. Like Wes is staring on with like pride and like this sick grin on his face because he's
Mhm.
disgusting.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
um Pam is, doing her thing on the bull and she's like very, very proud seeming.
What do you mean,
And
Sissy?
or yeah, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sissy's very proud. Um and then there's Bud who's just, you know, the assumption is like all these people know that that's her, that's his wife.
Yeah.
And everybody is seeing this unfold and it's really
And
vile.
he's being cuckolded by like a demon.
Yeah.
Beelzebub. She's a spawn. Spawn of Satan. She's a
Yeah.
temptress for sure.
Yeah.
She's just trying to get what she wants.
What
Bud's
let's go
swollen
on.
balls.
Yeah, she wants buds. Yeah, yeah. Let me read my my notes.
I think the clip that you have pulled up is another really interesting
This is what I
scene.
want to talk about next. I just want to make sure that there's nothing. Um, yeah, I think that I forget when the scene happens where Pam rips up the note. I forget when that happened. That was very despicable, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that much to say about it, but I guess that adds to the tragedy of it. I feel like this movie should not have had a happy ending. But let's talk about this scene. Oh wait, he looks like Peanut Arbuckle here. wait. I also want to talk about real quick the scene where he like has his workplace accident and almost falls off while
Oh
she's like
yeah.
riding the bull. That happened earlier. What did you guys think of that?
That was insane.
It was, it was weird that they like cut out the music when it was like cutting back and forth.
Yeah.
I felt like
Yeah,
it was
that
like
was
almost
interesting.
comedic how they did it. Um,
I do think like that scene in particular was so uncomfortable to me because it's like Bud's working and like about to die, and his wife is like off with this like criminal,
She's she's off.
interfacing with the bull.
Yeah,
yeah,
she's riding the bull.
every man's worst fear. You're hard at work and your girl's consorting with a demon. It's
But I
bad.
think it's an interesting point that, Uncle Bob is there in that scene, and like he's the one that tells Bud to eat lunch, and he doesn't eat
Uh,
anything, Taylor, to your point. Um and I don't know if he had eaten something, who knows if he would have slipped and fallen. But I feel like
Yeah, I
Uncle
mean
Bud is kind of like, or
he was
Uncle
hungover
Bill,
like
Bob.
crazy, no food, and he almost dies.
what was he so woozy about? Did he fall or something earlier? Like what? I can't remember the sequence of events.
Yeah, he's like he's hungover like
Oh, he's
crazy,
just
and
really hungover.
he didn't have anything to eat,
Oh, I
so
guess
he
that
was
speaks to his just
lightheaded.
stubbornness and pride.
I think I do think that I think that pride is a very I think it like layers into the whole boomer aspect of the story,
Mhm.
but I think that's a pretty central theme throughout is pride.
Interesting you say that. I have this. Well, Jamie has this scene pulled up where they talk about pride.
Mm.
This man says sometimes even a cowboy's got to swallow his pride.
And then proceeds to die.
And then his uncle, well, no, this guy doesn't die. He's saying like you got to swallow your pride. You think that old pride's gonna choke you going down, but I'll tell you what, ain't a night goes by that I don't thank the boss up there for giving me a big enough throat. Interesting. Um,
No, I think that's Uncle Bob.
he, that's not Uncle Bob.
Yeah, that's Uncle Bob.
Wait, is that Uncle Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's
That's
like
good.
you
Oh
gotta
wait, did he
swallow
walk
your pride
away
and
and
then he
then
just
get killed?
dies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uncle Bob literally gives him that little nugget of wisdom and then walks
I'm
up on
low,
top of the
I'm
oil
low
barrel
IQ. I'm low.
and gets
I'm trying to
struck
take
down
notes.
by
Yeah, I'm
God
trying to take
himself.
notes while doing this. Okay. So that changes everything. Uncle Bob.
He's
I'm
got a
gonna
pack of
I'm gonna have to
fat lips
rewatch this, but
first.
I'll believe you that that's Uncle Bob. I can't remember what this guy looks like. Okay. So anyway, he gets this speech about pride. There's a storm. Lightning bolt comes down. Uncle Bob is dead. This is clearly being struck down by some god. What do you think of this scene?
Yeah, I think it's God forcing that rock back down the
There's
hill.
no there's no way a man gets struck by lightning and dies and it's not like religious symbolism. I do you think this is a do you think this is like sort of a warning from God?
I think so.
Because I think Bob is like Uncle Bob is he like worships the bull. He's rejected actual God for the bull. He like dedicated his whole life to it. So
Oh, that's an interesting thing we haven't brought up. Uncle
Mm-hmm.
Bob is like a professional bull rider, or was.
yeah, he's like dedicated to the bull. I feel like his aunt and uncle are they are part of the cult of the bull. Because they also like lie about him going to church and stuff. They're kind of scoundrels that like support his hedonistic lifestyle. And he warns them about pride, and then it seems like he's getting struck down. I don't know, maybe for worshiping the bull or as I think it's like a warning to Travolta, like you better stop. Incidentally, it makes him not stop, which makes me think it might be a malevolent force, um, tempting him back into bull riding. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, so that's I feel like a pretty straightforward read of it, but to your point, it results in the opposite.
Well,
Um,
I think I think um in some ways, he Bud does want to stop. I think after this happens, he kind of has, he kind of gets his head screwed on right. And it's only when his aunt convinces him to take the buckle and go to the contest that he gives back into the bull, because he was pretty adamant on not going to ride the bull in that
Yeah.
contest that night.
Yeah.
But his
do we
aunt tempts him back into doing it.
Yeah.
do we
It's
know
almost
like
like this holy relic
yeah,
or like unholy relic that makes him come back into it.
Mm-hmm.
something that wasn't super clear to me was well, yeah, what was your guys' read on why he didn't want to do the competition at the end? Because was it just because
I
his
think it
uncle
was because
died?
of Uncle Buck, yeah. Or fucking, I can't get his name right. Uncle Billy Bob, whatever the hell his name is. I think it was
Yeah.
because of Uncle Bob, because he
Yeah.
had that they had that touching moment. And and I think Bud just kind of wanted to
Swallow his
do what
pride and move on.
Uncle, yeah, exactly. He wanted to swallow his pride and move on, like his uncle told him. Um because clearly his uncle had a very profound impact on his life. I mean, he let him stay in
Really
his
helpful.
home when he first moved to the city. He got him a job. He introduced him to Gillies, um, all that shit. And now that he's gone, I think Bud's like, oh, okay, shit, I'm on my own now.
Uh,
Now I don't want to fuck up, because I don't want Uncle Bud's
Uncle
name to
Bud.
be, I don't want his Uncle fucking Bill Bob
Holy,
asshole
holy,
motherfucker.
holy.
He doesn't want his death to be in vain, I think. Um, but that temptress of a wife of Bob's, she's
It's,
like, "Oh, fuck that. Go back on the bull.
it's like, hey
You gotta
John, you
get
wanna
back on the
check out
bull."
this Canaanite relic? It's a
Yeah.
buckle that'll make you wanna. Yeah, I feel like he
Which is truly, if you take this kind of more esoteric reading of the acts of the film is like she sees her husband be like struck down by God for
yeah.
like promoting the bull and promoting,
Mhm.
pushing Bud into this, and then
Yeah.
she still pushes him forward. It's
Yeah, it's
like,
Mhm.
malevolent. It's malevolent. She Yeah. Yeah, so I think this is probably like actual good God striking him down, trying to get him to stop, but then this temptress as this powerful relic, and she's like, you got to keep going to Gillies every night and getting
Yeah.
she's like, I will not give you this buckle unless you get blasted every night at Gillies. Um
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, then I think we can talk about the competition and the ending and then wrap this up. What do you guys think?
yeah.
Yeah, hell
Oh,
yeah.
show.
Unless there's anything else before we go into the end game.
Let me just flip through my notes really quick. I don't.
Yeah, yeah. Check if you have anything.
Oh, okay. So this is kind of a good segue. Um, we talked about the music a lot already, but right before the final battle, so to speak, the song choice of "Devil Went Down to Georgia" as like
Yeah.
this framing for the final standoff
Yeah,
is just
that
it
was
was it
epic.
That
it
was
had me
awesome.
grinning. It had me grinning from ear to ear. I was like,
It
this
was so
is
good.
this
Was
is
that?
this is peak.
I'm dumb. So it sounded like they were actually playing that, but I couldn't tell if they were just like syncing it to the recording. Like, did you think they were actually playing the song?
No, I think they had some actual. One of the things I did some like research on the kind of like the reception of the film, and I saw that there were a lot of people that attributed this film to kind of like a revival of the popularity of country music. So that
Mhm.
makes me think um that there were real musicians, like famous musicians on the stage at Gillies.
Uh-huh.
And they may or may not have actually been recording.
Yeah,
But I
Yeah.
no,
don't.
like the guy who performs The Devil Comes Down to Georgia, like that was the guy who performed the song. Like
Like
that,
that's the
like
actual band.
yeah, the
Oh wow.
Charlie Daniels band. It says.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
who I.
it hit hard. It was awesome.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
it was slapping.
I also
And
think I was trying to like draw some parallels to that song, to the film
Mhm.
of like. I think it's like, let me Jamie, can you pull up the lyrics to that song?
I mean, it's about a guy.
I think the particulars are interesting of like why the devil challenged him, and
Primus.
we're not doing the Primus version. Jamie has it up. I don't know if you can see it too well.
devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind. He was willing to make a deal. When he came across this young man sawing on a fiddle and playing it hot, and the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, "Boy, let me tell you what." Yeah,
I think Wes
I don't know.
represents the devil here. It's kind of what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fiddle player too. I'm a bull rider.
I'm a bull rider. I ride a mechanical arcade machine too, boy.
But interestingly though, to the point of the arcade machine, Wes is the only one that rides a real bull at any point.
Does he really? When?
He rides it in the
The
prison
honeymoon.
machine.
Oh,
Yeah, that's Wes on the bull.
wow. I didn't realize that. Huh. So he's like he's the real deal.
Dude, he's the only real
He's a real man's man.
He's the only
Yeah,
he's the only real one.
Taylor's right.
Maybe John Travolta's maybe not. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think John is on the same level of realness as Wes, or do you think he's like a tier below?
I think he's
I
at a
think
tier
he-
below. I think Wes is coming closer to, maybe he's like, to your point, he's descending, not transcending, but
Mhm.
he's the closest to like an ascetic version of like a ball worshiper or something. Closer to the divine.
He's sincere in his worship of Baal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like yeah, he's self-actualized. He knows he's evil. He loves. He's sort of like the emperor or someone like that just loves being evil. And I think this song is maybe a bit misleading because, or maybe it's not, but it's like this is not competing in this competition is not good. Maybe that's the message of the song, that you shouldn't compete with the devil, even though you win. It seems like the right thing to do is just get back in that grease lightning, just floor it out of this town, go anywhere else other than descending into this competition.
Mhm.
I think you're right. I think that's the right read.
They they ride the bull. This just looks so ridiculous with these numbers on their back. If this is his hat. It's especially ridiculous with the audio off too.
Yeah, this feels way.
So then Bud gets on the bull. They should have had a dance competition instead, so we could see Travolta dance. But whatever.
Yeah.
It's just kind of yeah. Watching this feels so weird.
Nah,
It's
they
so
should have had
ridiculous.
they should have had a big Broadway play in the end.
Don't be. Oh, oh, brother.
But here's what keeps going through my noggin is like, why is Wes even there? Like, if he is all about the real shit, why does he even find himself
Ugh.
in this cabal of Baal worshippers? Like,
I think money, right? He needs the money.
I mean, I
But yeah, so
guess.
that's like one of the things that I didn't like about the ending
Well,
is
let's talk about the winning. Let's talk about so we can get into the ending in a second, or maybe we should just get into it now. Is there anything else between this and like the ending proper? Like Travolta wins the competition. It's just like whatever. He just beats him by like a point.
yeah, the winning was
Yeah.
pretty like
The
anticlimactic.
competition doesn't
Yeah.
matter, much like Saturday Night Fever. It just doesn't matter.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess we can get in the ending. What were you saying?
So that's like one of the things that bothered me about this ending is like if he realizes he's lost Wes, and then he just goes cowboy mode and like tapes up the receptionist's mouth and goes to steal all the money. Um, but yeah, like if that was in the cards, it's like I guess it's better to win it the honorable way. But like
I mean,
if, as we've been
it's less
saying,
risky to win it, I think.
yeah, it's less risky. But if he's,
Mm.
we've been calling him his like self-actualized self, like the real Wes knows he just wanted to steal that money.
Yeah, yeah, that might have been the more authentic thing for him to do. It's also
And maybe that's why
yeah.
he lost. Maybe he betrayed himself by engaging in this competition.
Ooh.
I've heard one take that the classification of a loser is a man who goes against his own nature.
That's so true. And I think that's why Wes
Mhm.
is the loser at
He
the end
tried
here.
to be this like sort of functional member of society, but that's not who he is.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
had he actually, what also? I think he only gets caught by Travolta because Travolta's looking for him because of this like affair. So if he had just showed up in town and robbed Gillies, he probably would have just gotten away with it. If he hadn't
Yep.
like engaged with all this nonsense.
Yeah.
Like tried to win but yeah, so we get so yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of issues with this ending. So he sees that this guy beat up Sissy. Sissy claims to
Which
not.
is so funny too
Did
in
he'd
its
hit
own
her,
way. Yeah.
right?
It's
That
like
was yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it's so boomer. It's like I'm the only one that's allowed to hit you, woman.
Yeah, he like slaps her hard, I think. Yeah. What were we talking about, Dante, in Saturday Night Fever with him and Annette? There was a similar dynamic, right?
Oh
But
yeah.
he like I forget. He just treats Annette like garbage and is upset when like other people do or something. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's yeah, the portrayal of women here is not really any kinder than Saturday Night Fever
yeah,
was. I
yeah.
mean, Saturday Night Fever took it to a more disturbing extent,
Mhm.
but I mean here it's all about it's like the cult of domesticity, like
Mm.
Bud he just wants his lady to clean up after him and make him food and
Yeah.
bring him a beer when he says so.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I guess like I think it is funny how she caves cuz she's pretty resistant to Bud, but Sissy pretty much caves almost instantly to Wes
In
to
what
give
way?
him to give him to pick up after him to buy groceries to
Oh
make
yeah,
him food,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean she's forced to do that, but she doesn't try to run away from him, but she did with Bud. um and I think it's possibly like the allure of the bull,
Yeah.
and that Wes is the only one who actually has ridden a bull and is the one who taught her how to ride the bull,
She's like
the
attracted to
mechanical
that.
bull.
She's
So
like attracted to that like wild danger.
yeah, yeah, like maybe she's willing to forego getting smacked in the head, um,
Yeah.
to be closer to the bull
Hmm. Hmm.
in that way.
I
But
want to pull up.
it is interesting.
I want to pull up one of the most popular book among women readers these days. Jamie, pull this up.
Oh,
What do you guys?
oh,
I have no commentary on this.
oh,
To our audience, we have a book called "The Milking Farm." It's
oh.
We're 2,000 years after or more after the Greeks, and it's a woman sitting next to a Minotaur man, and it looks
What's
like
going on, big guy?
a romance novel.
Dear
Time,
God.
time is a flat circle. I forget I forget what that's from. There's nothing new under the sun. Um, Demons are real. So yeah, he, he sees Sissy. He's like, oh, Sissy, I was wrong. I was wrong. I know I'm your rock that you metaphorically have to push up, but I'm gonna find that Wes. So then the ending happens, and I think we talked about this a bit before, but I really did not like this ending. So
Same.
he confronts Wes, who's trying to get away. He punches him. All the money comes out, and Wes doesn't do anything.
That was so cartoonish. Like he starts to beat him up on the money, just like
Yeah, all the money. He might as well have walked out with like a pillowcases of money with like a dollar sign on them. Yeah, Wes just goes down like a total wuss. He does. Like I said earlier, I thought the knife was gonna come out. I thought a gun was gonna come out. I thought John was gonna learn that when you go into the cult of madness, you don't have a happy ending. But he
I,
just beats him up.
I do really think, to your point, I think Bud should have died.
I think absolutely.
Oh, yes.
This
And
whole
I think
movie, yeah, yeah,
I think largely because of the similarities to Uncle Bob, because Uncle Bob, we have that real touching moment about swallowing your pride, and then Uncle Bob gets struck down by the hand of God.
yeah,
And we have a moment here where Bud is finally swallowing his pride when it comes to Sissy. And I thought, okay, this is the moment. This is when he's gonna get shot. He's gonna get killed. Especially the foreshadowing from his little cousin shooting him with the fake plastic gun.
yeah,
Um, like that. There's the arc. That's the full. That's the full
yes,
circle. There it
yes.
is. And
And ironic, it would be so perfect.
yeah,
I feel like it would honestly like if I don't know, I don't like giving movies numbers, but let's say I'd give this movie like a 7 or 8 out of 10. I feel like that would boost it like 2 points.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
That would
I
be like
agree.
so ironic in so many ways because like he ironically would actually get to live that real cowboy life of getting
Hmm.
gunned down by a criminal.
Yeah,
That would be he'd finally
bingo.
get something authentic, and it would be his downfall. Like his
Yeah, that would have been
his
so
second. I,
that would have
I
been
feel like in storytelling you should not be able. You can't mess up a second chance and then have a happy ending. Like when he picks up the belt buck, like his uncle's getting struck down as a warning. Like all right, this is you have to make a decision now. I think when he picks up the belt buckle from his aunt, that should seal his fate. That he's done.
Yeah,
That this cult will be your death.
yep.
I don't think he should survive here. And the whole movie, there's like I have a note early on, like on page 1 or 2, where it's like I feel like something very violent or like an accident is going to happen because
Hmm.
the whole movie, it's like he breaks his arm, he hits his head or whatever, he's
like
falling.
he's getting
They're like
grazed by the bullet like over and over again, but never
yeah,
actually gets shot.
yeah, they're like be careful, bull. Almost called him bull. Whoa. Like, be careful, bud. The bull's gonna hurt you. And like, there's this knife and violence and the idea of a real cowboy, and then it never happens. It's so disappointing. So
Yeah,
bad.
and in a lot of ways, in contrast to SNF, like
Mhm.
most of that movie, it's fairly light through most of the movie because it's focused on the dancing. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some darker moments like about his brother leaving the priesthood and like,
Yeah. Yeah.
trouble at home, but like nothing to the extent of like domestic violence and
Oh well,
you know,
not in front of the kids. That
well,
was
yeah, well, yeah, not in front of the kids. But
there's
like this movie had those negative under like those depressing like ominous undertones
no
throughout
light
the
in this
whole
movie.
thing.
There's no light.
Yeah. And in Saturday Night Fever, we get the ending. Like you can't imagine if that movie had a happy ending, it would have been. I don't think anyone would have liked it.
Yeah.
And in this movie, uh,
This
yeah,
film
the ending was a big letdown.
this film is like a tragedy with a happy ending. It's just like
Yeah.
Bizarre.
it's like if Hamlet didn't die at the end of Hamlet. Like, it's literally like if Hamlet just won the duel or whatever in the end, and then walks off. He walks off a sissy. But yeah, I think we all agree this sucks. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they were
I
rushed.
do think
Maybe
I do
yeah.
think it's an interesting point at the end here. When they're walking off, the patrons at the bar are still trying to like usher them back in. They're
Mhm.
like, "Oh, bud, I'll buy you a beer. I'll buy you 2 beers." Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a great point. They're trying to tempt him back into the bowl.
What I want to yeah, I want to talk about this. So what do you guys think is like the I think we're pretty much done the movie. This ending maybe I don't know. Maybe it was like marketing. They didn't want to have a dark ending. The dark ending was the right thing to do. What do you guys think the epilogue of this is? I don't think it's that great. I think they're just gonna keep going to Gillies every
Oh
night,
yeah.
worshiping the bull.
so so that's the thing. Like, that's like the frustrating thing of this ending. I don't know where the dialogue is, but there's a part
I
where
just have a picture of Moloch up on the screen.
Sissy's like Sissy's like, I don't need to ride the bull no more. I don't want anything to do with that bull. And
Hmm.
Bud's like, I don't give a shit about the bull. You can ride the bull all you want. And like,
Yep.
So yeah, interesting.
yeah, and it's just like when we're I kind of lost my train of thought here, but I
Mhm.
do think some interesting context to the epilogue
Mhm.
here. Would you be surprised to hear that this movie won 2 Golden Globes?
For what?
I don't know. I just when I was on Amazon,
Can
it
you
said it
pull
was
this
a
up?
2x Golden
Was it
Globe winner.
nominee or one? Either way, that's interesting.
And I don't know if it wins those 2 Golden Globes if it doesn't have a happy ending.
As a what is this? Let's see what the Golden Globes were, Jamie. I think I can't tell if they won or if they are nominated. I don't know. Yeah, Best Actress was Deborah Winger, and Best Star of the Year or nominee or one was Deborah. Who was Deborah Winger?
I think that's
She's
Sissy.
a sissy.
This is their older. Okay, I guess she was Sissy. Yeah. Um. Even so, I do think this was. I mean, this was the '80s. I guess this was the start of the '80s. So I feel like I think we were talking about this in
Yeah, the whole culture shift in the
and we were
80s.
talking about this in Staying Alive, where the
Yeah.
80s is all just like saccharine, commercialized, but like kind of soulless. I don't know. Maybe they just thought we need a happy ending. Because I imagine you watch a trailer for this movie. It looks kind of lighthearted, like just going to a
Hmm.
bar and stuff. Maybe people would have been very upset if he died in the end, because it's not really a family friendly movie, but it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe just like a marketing question. I don't know why. I really don't know
Yeah.
That's
why.
like
I don't know why you'd
that's
foreshadow so much violence and have such a dark movie to end happily. And what does he
honestly,
even?
I think a more fitting ending to this movie would be straight up Wes butchering the entire like attendance of Gillies.
Wow.
Like, I I
You think he
don't
comes in
know.
with Tommy gun, just mows him down?
I don't know. That would have made the story feel more complete.
I, f-
Like,
I mean, I could see it. I feel like there should be some consequence for this. You
yeah,
should
no,
you should
there's
not
no
be able
there's
to live such a depraved, godless
the
life
Yeah.
only
and have
the
a
only
happy ending.
consequence that Bud faces is just the embarrassment of having uh your wife being like taken from you.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
Yeah.
at the end he doesn't even care. He's just
He like ride. I guess it's like he rides the bull, but without pride and then lets go of his. It's like if he's gonna let go of his pride at the end, he shouldn't ride the bull.
It's a
Yeah.
real, yeah.
It's so dissonant. They should have. We need to. I'm gonna get Sora 2 to fix the ending of this movie.
Oh
It
my
probably
gosh.
wouldn't be that hard. I don't. They're just. I mean, they're just like. They're just gonna continue the nihilism. They're gonna go back to Gillies. He's like. I guess it truly is Sisyphus. He's gonna keep pushing this rock forever.
Yeah.
Travolta, like they're never like the fact that he doesn't die or something. It's just like there's no finality to the story. There's nothing satisfying. It just ends, and then you could imagine they get in another fight next week. I
Yeah.
don't know what to tell you.
Vicious cycle.
That's the boomer essence of this film.
The boomer essence of yeah.
But maybe that's just the bull's way of winning, you know?
Yeah, that's yeah.
The
Do you think
bull bested all of us by
the bull wins? Yeah.
yeah, the bull wins. The bull just keeps it didn't want to let go of its devout followers,
Mhm.
you
Maybe
know?
yeah. The bull maybe. I feel like Travolta still should get stabbed, but I do. Yeah, the bull.
Yeah,
The
as
bull is just
satisfying as a
something.
Travolta death would have been,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the
It-
bull winning
It's just such
is
a.
maybe sweeter.
It's just such an unsettling presence. The bull, like it has. I don't know. I think it's one of the best symbols in a film I've seen. It has. It doesn't even have a face. It says nothing,
Yeah.
but it's like all pervading and influences every part of life. It's so fascinating. I think
It is
yeah,
really interesting how something so like expressionless and removed from reality can be like the focal point of the lives of these people.
yeah,
And they are ruining themselves and debasing their relationships and their the people in their lives for this like just this like not thing that's not even real. And
yeah,
it's so far from what's real that it's like it's almost like you kind of have to laugh at it.
yeah. It's crazy.
But I think like I mean, we've had this conversation and it brings some of the things to light. But when I watched it, I was just so like this is so ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
I can't believe this. Like it would be one thing if they were riding actual bulls, there'd be stakes, you could fall, you could get
yeah,
hurt. There's no stakes. There's no stakes in this other than just this embarrassment of, having your relationship and the drama
yeah.
being touted.
It's so absurd too, because it's like in the final competition when we're looking at like the best of the best. What is the actual difference between the two performers? Like they don't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
Can you
great
tell
point.
how do they give points? Like seriously, they both stayed on the bull the whole time. How is it evaluated? It's kind of like one of those like UFC fights where like where like no one gets knocked out, but then someone wins. It's like
Hmm.
it's just so meaningless and yeah, it's absurd, it's evil, it's depressing, and I think this movie. I guess getting into some final thoughts on this movie in general, I feel like it really has not. It's sort of like a rock that skipped over the surface of the cultural consciousness. It seemed I talked to my dad a bit about this, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, I think Travolta was good in that movie. Yeah, it was decent." But like, I don't think it I don't think it really penetrated the culture, despite just how prescient I think the film is. Like, have you like yeah like what have you heard anyone talk about this movie ever?
No, I've
No.
never heard of it.
Yeah, never heard of it before seeing it out in the shed, you know.
Out in the shed. Yeah. Any final thoughts? I feel like we're pretty good to wrap it up here.
I think this final conversation has kind of like jogged my memory a bit on something I wanted to talk about.
Mm.
Um, are you guys familiar with like Camus,
No.
Camus?
Is that like
Or
Camus?
Camus, Albert Camus or
Oh,
Camus?
Albert Camus, yes.
Camus. Yeah, yeah. I read one of his books.
Yeah, so I might be botching the like premise of the philosophy in his books of like absurdism,
Yes, yeah.
but like there's a push and pull between reality being absurd and like human nature and like trying to find meaning and structure.
Yes.
And you can like kind of just succumb to nihilism and succumb to
Hmm.
like rudderless meandering through life,
Hmm.
or you can like push against the absurdity
Hmm.
and create your own kind of create your own meaning in your own world
Maybe
in
it's
this
more.
like
I think it's like embracing the absurdity of life.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
and that was all the way at the bottom of my notes. This I just
I think
wrote
you're right. I
Camus
think this is definitely brings out in this film.
because like based on that simple like kind of definition of absurdism, it's like everybody that goes to Gillies is just kind of like succumbing to it. Like they're
Mhm.
just that's just what you do. You
Yeah.
just go to Gillies. You go to
He has
work and
this
you go to
quote
Gillies.
here that says, "Life is meaningless, but worth living, provided you recognize it's meaningless."
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and everyone who isn't at Gillies, we're only left to believe that they're on that grind set. So
It is
Well, yeah, it's like
really, yeah.
it's your
if
when
you're
he's
not at
not at
Gillies, what are
Gillies.
you doing?
Well, wait, when he's not at Gillies, he's working overtime. He's like,
Hmm.
oh, I can't go to Gillies tonight, not because I need to like rest or like do my laundry or whatever.
Grinding.
It's like I'm working double time.
And you know what I wanted to mention also when she buys him the shirt. I mean, look, Travolta needs a shirt. The man is a dime piece, but he I think it really just hit me like how his grind doesn't even mean anything if he has a rich girlfriend. Like his
True,
life is totally meaningless.
true that.
Imagine slaving 16 hours a day, and you're dating a like a billionaire's daughter. It's just totally. It's yeah. It's absurd. It's meaningless. Your job means nothing. You ride a bull. These people are gonna spend decades watching a bull. It honestly, similar to how Staying Alive, I think I mentioned, it hit me with a massive wave of depression. That this film kind of did too. You know.
Yeah.
I kind of think like what aspects of my life are me just watching the bull, you know,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, I don't want to think too long about that, or else I might commit myself to Moloch.
You might. Wow.
Might
Yeah.
put myself in the brazen bull itself.
Might- I I think we gotta maybe do a separate episode on like Carl Jung or something and these symbols. I do think there's something deeper going on to existence and the meaning of all things when you have these like ancient symbols like a bull for thousands of years and they mean the same things and move people in the same ways. I mean, I check my stock app and look at 4chan memes
Yeah.
of a bull pretty frequently.
Yeah.
It's it's
But
very interesting.
do you think in the context of this film, do you think the screenplay writers and the producers like did they have this level of depth? Like was this always in their mind or
I don't
like do
know.
they know what they created?
I
Do
don't
they
know.
know what they created or not?
It's possible, but I subscribe to Jung's view that there's a collective unconscious. So even if you don't know intentionally what you're doing, I think these like memes are all pervading and are just like
Mhm.
I think they almost have like a will of their own and will be expressed. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
No, I agree. Because I do think to the like collective consciousness thing. I don't know who directed this movie or who wrote it or whatever, but I don't think they're like really pounding the table with like their stacks
Yeah, I
of
doubt it.
history books and myth and lore and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
they got the
But I think
Yeah.
it's almost more profound that it just happened to be this way.
yeah, yeah.
Even if like
I
even if
agree.
one or
I
two
agree.
things is intentional,
Mm.
there's like a I mean we just beat it up for the last like 2 hours. Like this movie is so profane and disgusting.
It's not an accident. I think it's
No.
yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I do think maybe it's even more profound if it's not intentional.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
that's what
I
Mhm.
think these ideas are like archetypes that have a life of their own. Like the bull, I don't know, just like the bull itself is like this is like a meme that has that influences people. It has a will of its own, and you know it will be in film. Like it's too. I think the ending is not good. There's just like too much like synchronicity and it's just such a complete vision of depravity
yeah.
that it has structure. It has meaning underlying it. It's yeah, it's something.
One bloomin' onion, that's for sure.
It's one.
Um,
It's like a blooming
Oh, the China syndrome?
China.
What?
This is like COVID. Mike's murder. There's too many movies to watch.
what are these yeses for?
Includes Malik, the director, writer, and producer.
Oh, so Mike's Murder and Perfect are really this guy's like real artistic vision.
And
I mean, what does
who's
a
in it?
producer?
John Travolta.
Well, all a producer does is like, I'm not gonna say it, but we all know what Weinstein got up to.
Well, yeah, so one of the producers on this movie, Bob Evans, he was the same producer of the Godfather movies.
Didn't he make the mashed potatoes?
Bob Evans, the sausage guy.
No. No, different Blob Evans.
That's interesting though.
Jamie has it up. I'm pretty sure
Oh dear God.
this is the Bob Evans. I don't know. Let's do final thoughts. I know. What do you think? Does this conversation have I won you over to appreciating this as cinema, or do you still think it's bad?
No, so okay, I agree with your point that good, bad, whatever. It is a very interesting film.
Yeah. I mean, it made me feel bad watching it. I did.
Yeah,
I agree. I did
that's
not
what
have a good time watching it.
that's what I think when I said it, I thought it was
Mhm.
bad or I didn't enjoy it,
Yeah.
whatever. I turned the film off. I got up from the couch and I went and laid in bed in silence. I didn't scroll on my phone. I felt
Mhm.
really bad. I didn't like the
Yeah.
ending. I didn't like
Yeah.
the boomer nature of it. I
Yeah.
didn't like the like the like if you want to really like boil the big plot beats down.
Mhm.
I'll try not to go crazy here.
Mhm. Mhm.
Bud smacks this girl. They get
Yeah.
married.
Yeah.
Bud like is trying to tie her down and make her live this life she doesn't want to live. She goes and cheats on him. The guy that she cheats on him with beats the living daylights out of her.
Mhm.
Horrible. Gives her a black eye.
Yeah.
And then she realizes, oh, the lesser of the evils here is is the thing for me. And I think the lesser of the evils thing, I keep saying the boomer stuff. that's the kind of thing that my dad says anytime we talk about politics. It's like, oh, that's the lesser of the evils. It's like
It's a lesser.
it's such a boomer idea, and it drives me nuts. And I
Taylor,
like,
Taylor, you know Moloch's a lesser demon, right?
and I think that's my gripe. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
this movie makes me feel bad. I think it's profound and very interesting, but it
I think
makes
it's
me feel bad.
yeah. I think there may be different. This is maybe something for another episode, but I think they are two different questions. Like one is something good and important versus like, did you like it? Because it's like some things can bring you, some things you can enjoy watching, but they're substanceless, and other things you hate watching, yet they're very profound. So I think this more falls into the second category. I think I think it's a very important film. I think the bull is an extremely powerful symbol. One of the most powerful I've seen in a film.
Yeah.
How about you, Dante? What's your final take?
Final verdict. Last
I
word.
still, I still, from the different lenses I'm trying to view this movie through. I mean, I think from like my personal lens, I think it's, I think it's bad. I'm not a, I'm overall not a good fan. But when I look at it from like a cultural impact or like a symbolic, you know, for different images and symbolism choices that they made in this movie. I can appreciate it for that. I can appreciate it for the impact that it had for on country music. But I think as like a standalone film, not considering those things at face value, I think it's pretty stinky. But when you peel back the onion, I start to appreciate it more. But again, at the end of the onion, there's nothing there. So
Quote will
makes me
stick with you. That
reconsider the
quote will
whole.
stick with you for a while about the onion. I still think
Yeah.
about it all the time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
this is I think that's a great summation of my, it's a giant onion. This onion's huge. There's so many layers, but there's nothing there. It's just onion.
Well, dear listeners and patrons, there you have it. Urban Cowboy. Is it shit? Is it Kino? Is it something in between? I don't know. Watch it and make up your own mind. But on the next
I think we
episode
need
of
to-
Out in the Shed, what were you gonna say?
I think we need to develop an out in the shed rating system. Um, maybe it's like an axis where like onion, no onion, good,
I would
bad.
probably go. Let's go with the 4chan model of like flick, movie, film, cinema, kino. I'm gonna say cinema. It would be kino for me if the ending wasn't bad. You guys,
Yeah.
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 I'd
Sounds like
say
yeah.
yeah, I'd say flick,
Okay, so
but
lowest of the low. Okay, whatever.
but I'd give it cinema if it had a good ending.
That's a huge canyon.
Yeah. No,
Taylor,
I
what's
think
yours?
that's the downfall of the movie is the
Oh,
ending.
you're right. You're right. I can't disagree. So, what do you think?
Agree with Pep.
Okay. As I was saying, dear listeners, there you have it. But yeah, that's that's the final word on Urban Cowboy. But join us next time on Out in the Shed, where we will be analyzing the journey of a young woman to embrace her own Jungian shadow in Greece.
This car is automatic.